instruction from Ross. He's going to.
Okay, welcome back to our game of Pathfinder. Just fixing the bad dates so I can actually have the dates done correctly. Because current game day is the 6th day of the 7th month of the year 4710, after the death of the god of humanity.
And subsequent resurrection?
No, he didn't come back.
No, but there's now somebody else who's taken over that position.
Someone else has taken over the role. Well, 2 people technically have the role, and they're vying over who has the rights. One being his herald, and one being a demon lord. Okay, so we're up to session number 111. Well, the age of Bilbo when he disappeared.
Nice.
And it's season 6, episode 3, not 2. Making sure I get the notations right. And at the table today we have Peter.
Greetings. I'm playing Lord Willy One Kenobi. Originated in Yangahoth, the Dwarven city, and has now been travelling with the group for quite a few years. And yeah.
Online today we have Josh.
Hello, I'm Josh. I play Parry, the buffest wizard known to man.
And joining us soon after picking up food will be Em.
Mm-hmm.
And at least for once, I'm not having you introduce yourself while eating.
Yeah.
Wonders for eating late.
Exactly.
Okay, in the storyline, the characters are currently doing the Rise of the Runelords as part of their storyline. And they had a starting point this season of investigating the townhouse of one Alden Foxglove. With careful planning, they did absolutely all the worst things they could potentially do to infiltrate said townhouse, including getting themselves in a lot of strife with the actual law and order of the town.
Yes.
So the follow-up session to that one involved them explaining how they weren't really responsible for a house invasion and killing the tenants of the house. But hey, I'm sure that will all be smoothed over as soon as they can find the dead bodies.
Yes.
Who seem to have gone missing.
What's the...
The Brotherhood of the Seven were the ones who collected the bodies.
But there's a legal term, but that effectively states, produce the body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of what it is.
But hey, with magic, there's a lot of things that can bypass that requirement. Simply say, asking a question of a cleric of high enough esteem can be proof enough. And if their god provides a statement to the court, then that will be considered irrefutable. Of course, which god answers does, affect that quite a bit.
Yeah. Rovagog tells me that you...
Whereas if Pharasma states someone died, then technically they were dead. There is no way to rebuttal that, even if the person is still alive. And all it takes is a moment of death for it to be considered dead.
Because there's all kind of inheritance rules and that sort of stuff after you die, isn't there?
There is a whole lot of it, and you can get yourself declared living again under the rule of Pharasma, but that requires Pharasma's actual approval. And if you don't get that happened, then you're considered on borrowed time.
Yes.
And anything legally owned by your previous life is no longer owned by your current life.
So legally you constitute a new entity, is that right?
A new entity until getting the legal agreement that it is the same entity with another life.
Mm.
Because other things can come back in your body.
Ugh.
Just because the body is alive doesn't mean it's the same spirit.
Mm.
That's why they have those laws.
Demonic possession at its best. Hmm.
So when magic can completely frag with your entire existence, including replacing you, it does make life interesting, which is why the Hotters have a their own way of passing on inheritance that allows it to be passed to a resurrected form of themselves.
Yeah, they're all about the reincarnation, aren't they?
They are. And it's why Parry is currently in possession of their Riddleport place, even though he doesn't have the rights to sell or change it. He has possession, not ownership.
But possession's 9/10 of the law.
It's that 1/10 of the law that's the important part.
Yes, that really matters.
Okay, so...
There's no laws in Riddleport, we all know this.
Well, no, there is one major law. Whatever the Overlord says goes.
Might makes right.
And the Overlord currently backs the Hotters. Not Parry. As apparently he's known them all his life. When you've lived technically forever, you can build up quite an amount of money and power. And there's no guarantee what the Hotters' first forms were.
Running around with all those rich vampires.
Vampires don't necessarily become rich because they've got to invest in population to survive. Because they could invest in all they like and, you know, continue living so long, but if the population dies out around them, they have to move on, and it's very hard to show up in court during the day to prove that you're technically able to own these things. And if anyone brings the Pharasma court involved, vampires have no stake. Literally.
Either that or they get a lot of stake.
They don't get to choose their stake. So that's where Ross's character has quite a few uses for the party in he can undermine any undead trying to exert authority over the party. Except for a certain lich who he doesn't know exists anymore.
Yes.
Okay, so last session you had dug up information leading you to a place called the Seven Sawmill, which where I initially thought it was under the Irispan, it has been learnt to be along the river instead. So I'm going to bring up the actual Magnamar map to show you. Well, don't actually have the Magnamar map, but I do have a picture. So Seven Sawmill will be on that river somewhere either side of that place. Where the Irispan is that big, huge walking bridge, and the poor people live underneath it. They had one of the shards that you carry around was found in one of these pillars attached to the Irispan. And the Kraken appears to be somewhere in that lake. The inlet of the Magnamar.
And the town don't really care about the Kraken?
The Hell Knights feed it.
Oh.
That's currently their punishment for anyone who breaks one of their laws.
Yeah. Well, you got to die, so why not? Why not be useful when you're in your death?
So all those fun things that happen when you annoy someone on power. So, you've been given directions on where to find the 7 sawmill.
Yes, we're about to walk into a trap, sadly. An ambush.
And even though you have found the ownership papers for the foxgloves, you currently can't claim ownership of the place because the foxgloves are named as the owner, with it reverting to the Brotherhood of the Seven if they were to perish. So if you can prove they're dead, then the all of the estates of the foxgloves revert to the society known as the Seven Brothers. Which, in the current state of Varisia, make you think they're linked to the 7 sins in some way, because 7 seems to be a significant number for Varisia right now.
Well, Harry, there's only 2 of us. How do you feel about valiantly throwing your life away, running in headlong into an ambush?
This sounds like a dangerous but fun idea.
Okay. And the place that you've learnt from questioning records at the Society is a lumber mill. So I'm sure there'll be quite a few woodcutters in there. And I'm sure you can throw in a Monty Python song there if you wish to. I'm sure I'm making Josh think about I'm a lumberjack right now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it is on the river, so it has a water wheel instead of a windmill. And that means that stealth won't be as important inside the lumber mill, because there will be constant machinery making noise.
It's still having to sneak up.
Well, it means that people who roll badly on their stealth won't have to stress as much. But the person running around hitting a chime while sending off fireworks would definitely not be stealthing.
Yes, hopefully none of my team does that.
Well, you never know.
That's what we need M for. Yeah, isn't she the ninja?
The ninja stealth?
Yeah.
Well, she's so stealthy she's not here at the moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
how does Parry and Willie think they will solve this conundrum?
Are we going to wait until night time?
I agree. We're definitely waiting until that time. We're not scaling any walls that could have alarms on them.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Well, it's not in the richest suburb of Magnamar. It's along the river, which means any sort of alarm you're expecting maybe 10 minutes for our watch to show up. Maybe less if you're lucky. If you're unlucky.
They're not going to want the watch turning up. They're going to want to murder us, free of interference from the watch. So yes, we're going to wait until it gets dark-ish, and then we're going to do our best to stealth our way up. So my character will be stealthy.
Okay, you're shown a diagram of the mill. It is half over, well, technically it's fully over the river. So it's on pilings over the river. It has 4 huge water wheels.
Shit.
And the wheels are inside the building.
How much grain does it actually process?
Well, it's a lumber mill, so it cuts wood.
No. Okay, let's try it. Yeah.
And it has, from what they've discovered, it has 5 floors.
Shit.
The bottom level is where the wheels are maintained. The ground floor is where most people purchase supplies from. Then it has 3 stories above it, with a tower above that. So it is a fairly extensive property.
Yes. What's the is there any indication of what the tower is used for?
Just flicking across to it to see if there is any indication.
Because normally you'd build a tower to achieve a purpose. But
Okay, so the notations from the Pathfinders are that messengers, it's used for message birds. Said to be ravens.
okay.
Which means it can bypass most forms of interception. Not all, but most.
That's what you need falcons and shit for.
But ravens have a habit of outflying falcons.
They're very clever birds.
They may not be faster, but that doesn't mean that they can't get away.
Alright, so I guess we sneak up. Yeah, Parry?
I agree. Let's sneakily.
Do you leave notes for your fearless leader?
I would assume
Well, our
she's
fearless
with
leader
us.
just returned.
She's with us,
Right.
and she's just in the shadows hiding.
Yeah,
And she's just so sneaky we can't see her.
exactly.
Okay, so the description of it from the edge of the river, it is built over the mouth of the Yondabakiri River. The wood building sits on massive wooden pilings deep in the riverbed below. A wooden boardwalk wraps around the northern rim of the building, and a flight of stairs down to a door on the east side just above the water level. The churning of 4 large water wheels under the mill fills the air with sound and mist. Well, I actually have a soundboard for it.
Nice.
Might just turn the sound down a little bit because I don't need it quite so loud in my ear. But hey, when you listen back, you'll hear the sounds of a mill, water mill. So, do you want to sneak up to the main doors or sneak up to the lower doors?
Can I check the traps first?
Ah, see, I told you she was with us. We just couldn't see her.
So, are you going to check the pier for traps that's attached to the mill, or the ground up to the mill?
Where are we currently?
You're currently on the further side of the river from the Pathfinder Society, in view of the mill sitting out over the river. I'm sure if there's a trapdoor, it'll be a quick exit.
Ah, sploosh.
And then right into the water well. Churn.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Sorry, so we're not actually at our destination, or we are.
You're in sight of your destination. It's whether or not you're actually how you want to approach it, because you've decided to head there at night when no one's expected to show up.
Any open windows?
Looking up, all the windows are boarded up.
What a surprise.
How about the tower?
And the tower looks like there's probably hand-sized holes in it with a flickering of light coming out of it. Designed for birds to enter and leave.
Yep. That's annoying.
And I'm sure that, hey, as it's got ravens, I'm sure you've been able to observe this place without being spotted by a flock of birds in any shape or form.
I think so.
Oh, if you're hiding good enough.
I think so.
Okay, so in that case, I will get people to give me a stealth roll to see how stealthy you have been. What's the worst that can happen?
What's the worst that can happen? Lots, man. Just lots.
Has anyone got heavy armor?
32.
Well, the monk doesn't wear armor. I believe the wizard doesn't wear armor. That just leaves the rogue, who probably doesn't want to wear heavy armor.
No.
No, I'm pretty sure I've got either leather or...
You've got leather. Pretty sure.
Or was it stealth? Stealthy.
Yes, that skill that you just roll and always seem to do well on.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like when I get a nat 20 right with the rib?
Ah, dude.
And then it goes up for detecting traps. It's like, oh, don't worry, she never does that roll.
Yeah, pretty much. Where's my rogue? There we are. Hang on, I'll get you a total in a second.
All good. It's always funny when you have all the checks going up to the point where they actually get to the destination, and then when they're there, it's like, oh, that's okay, no need to worry about that.
No need to worry. 25 upgraded.
Okay, so what was your total?
She said 35 upgraded.
35 upgraded. Okay, so that is a very nice stealth roll.
Hey, the rogue is good at something sometimes.
What was Willie's one?
32.
Okay.
Yeah, 32.
And that was 35 upgraded?
35 upgraded, yep.
And what was Parry's?
14 downgraded.
No. Oh no. Oh no.
Walking along, kicks a can. Oh, what the hell? Runs into a wall.
So you said 13 downgraded. Okay, so, was it 14 downgraded?
It was 14 downgraded.
Okay, so how does Parry manage to crit fumble his stealth? And it was a crit fumble, by the way.
Ah, into the water.
We're outside of the lava mill, yeah?
Yep.
Harry trips over a load of boards, and then everything just comes crashing down. Okay, so there's an outdoor storage area we managed to walk into. I trip over something, knock a whole bunch of boards and logs and stuff, and they all get set rolling around.
Okay. You have the person banging out of a door nearby going, "Hey, that's over a week's worth of supplies. What have you done? What are you doing here at night?" And screaming out the top of his head at you, foam coming out of his mouth. This is not even. This is just one of the places near the mill.
Quick, Harry. I'm drunk.
Harry's going to lie.
Okay, give me a.
Harry's going to respond with the same. This is your annual inspection, just making sure all your timber is up to code and fit for sale.
Okay, give me a deception check with disadvantage. As it is night, because you chose to come at night. If you had done that during the day, I would have given it to you.
I was pulling something out of my head, okay?
I'm more than happy for you to have done so. But hey, if you pull this off, he will believe you're an inspection even though it's at night.
24.
24. He looks suspicious, but he says, "You've actually damaged some of my stuff here, some of my supplies. And unless you can gather it all, I'm going to report you for your failure to follow procedure." So where's your license and your badge number? He says as he starts pulling out a journal to start writing the details down in.
Can River like sneak up behind him and like knock him out somehow?
Yes, you can sneak up and knock him out.
Can I do that, please?
Sure. Give me a attack roll. What weapon are you using?
I'm trained in unarmed, and I've probably lesser been trained on how to like knock people out.
If you're trained in
right?
unarmed, then you can do lethal with unarmed as well. You can make sure he's never going to report this.
I don't want to kill him.
The other thing I'll point out to you is he has created a spectacle. There's a good chance that the people at the mill are watching this incident, and if you step out, you'll no longer be stealthing.
Oh, like he's not in a spot where I can just like.
He is not. He's in the street with all his work stuff knocked everywhere.
Okay. Alright, well that's not gonna work then, is it?
You can shut him up very easily at the cost of your being hidden. Unless, of course, you do it with a ranged weapon.
I mean, I could do an arrow to the knee. I do have a bow.
That wouldn't quite shut him up.
In fact, one might assume it would make a hell of a lot more noise.
True.
And would most
I was trying to be funny there, but
all good. As it is your choice on how you do it, how would you like to proceed? As Parry is currently backsliding about his deception. You're sure if he can't produce any form of ID or authorization for the inspection, he might find himself in more trouble soon.
yeah.
But at least it wasn't his cabbages, as a Avatar quote.
Alright.
Cabbage guy always has his cabbages destroyed.
I have darts.
Really?
So you're going to dart him? Do you have toxins on your dart?
If that's possible, I
Have
was
you
gonna
bought
ask
any?
you about if I could, I would have before now, yes. I just haven't had time to look into the nuances of that.
Okay, gonna look up the toxins for you, and we'll see.
I wanted to get darts, and I have a feat called bar throw. So when I strike with a thrown weapon, I take like less penalties on the range increment. So like darts only have like a range of what have they got?
It's like 10 feet.
A range of 20 foot. So like if he's 30 foot, the range increment is one less with bar throw.
Okay,
So on and so
there are many ways you can shut him down.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on how much money you want to spend.
I still have some leftover money from my equipment buy. So, yeah, like a tranquilizer, probably like a poison.
So a poison?
Not for him, but as in like what I would have probably bought, like a something to knock someone out, like a trank. Poison, and well, I don't know what else there is.
Okay, so considering your level, there is arsenic, black adder venom, fear flower nectar, grave root, lethargy poison.
Lethargy poison sounds like what I want, right?
It is, but it's not guaranteed to do more than slow him down.
Oh, okay.
So as opposed to sleep, it's lethargy.
Mm-hmm. Spider venom. They're your main choices at this stage. You're not quite up to the put someone to sleep, and some of these other things don't kick in straight away. Such as arsenic, which is the lowest level poison, doesn't kick in for 10 minutes.
Yeah. What's black? Was it black adder poison?
Black adder venom. It lasts for 3 rounds and does poison damage every round.
Would that be enough to like distract him so Parry can get away?
Yep.
Hey, it does damage, as in you'll throw a dart, he'll go, ow, that hurt. Oh my god, it hurts! Oh, for 3 rounds, oh my god! And potentially dies at the end.
Sacrifices need to be made, right?
And remember, you are Pathfinders.
So murder is accepted.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
clearly.
kidding. Murder is not accepted.
Murder with justification.
I'm sure you can
Yeah.
justify it. Giant centipede venom.
And I'm just saying it's actually manslaughter because we were trying to put him to sleep, but we didn't know he would die.
Rough. Oh, sorry, I got the wrong dart out. Whoopsie.
Yeah, it was dark and, things happen.
In that case, you probably want to go for the 25 gold piece of dose that poison. Basic spider venom.
Spider venom's strength related or dex related?
Fortitude related.
Yeah, that's the fort, but it
It
does.
does not affect anything, but it will make you clumsy, make you sickened, and will keep affecting you every round for 6 rounds.
Ooh.
It doesn't sound like poison's your go-to here, mate.
There are other poisons, but this is the book I pulled out of the main poisons available.
Doesn't sound like poison's gonna get you to where you want to go.
No, I'm surprised that there's not like a go to sleep low level poison type one.
Not since they removed the drow.
Well, we had drow poison there for a while, but
We
it
did.
didn't really work that well.
Drow poison is not in
Really
the GM core anymore because it was related to Wizards of the Coast.
Yep.
Oh, they haven't made a side replacement for it.
Nothing of low level.
No, that sucks.
Though, if you were willing to spend 1,000 gold per dose, you could literally screw him over in 1 round.
Yeah, no, I don't think my character has that much coin.
So that's what you're talking about. I'm wanting to use that level of stuff.
Really?
Yeah, that is the first one that will shut the person down straight away. Everything else has longer onset.
Wow. Okay.
Poisons tend to suck when they're used by players.
Though there's also the fear one at 16 gold pieces a dose would send him running in absolute terror, potentially killing himself in the process. There are many things that can kill a character in Pathfinder.
I mean, potentially killing himself. It's not my fault then, right? I just made him run away.
All they have to do is detect poison on the body and they know he was poisoned.
But you couldn't be held responsible for that, could you?
Only if they know it's me.
No.
I mean, it's not like I haven't done this before, right?
You know, Parry will be related to it.
Yeah, but Parry's managed to get away with killing kids, so...
Yeah.
Along with Doozer, but you know.
Well, dudes are paid for the price in the end.
In the end.
Parry's got no conscience about that.
Alright. I'm gonna try the fear one. That sounds like fun.
Okay, so that means it is 16 gold pieces a dose, and each dose will only work on one item, and you're going to have to do an interact action to load up your dart.
Interact? Okay, I haven't done any of this before, so this is exciting.
Because if you fail that, you poison yourself.
Wait.
Do you have any special poison abilities with your rogue? If the answer is no, then there's always a risk of poisoning yourself every time you apply it.
Yep.
Looking through the abilities and class features, didn't see anything like that, like a poisons expert or anything like that, so I might have to go back and revisit that.
Well, there used to be in, I think the base core had it, so you could be a poisoner. So they may have removed it out of the new version of it. They may try to go nicer, whereas I'm quite happy to go as dark as you want, just that the world is darker than you are. So no matter how dark you are, the world is worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I have any special abilities, otherwise I probably would have taken them, because I've taken things like the long jump, the far throw, more of those like espionage kind of things. So I might have to go back and double check, but I don't remember seeing any in Core and Core 2 for rogues at least. So I can check that later. But what would interact be?
Interact is basically, I believe you can do it without actually rolling. It is if something goes badly when you attack, it reflects upon the fact that you didn't apply it properly.
Right.
So if you critically fumble on an attack with poison, you affect yourself.
Okay.
So that means you would spend 2 to interact with the weapon you're applying it to, and then 1 attack to throw it. So it could be an attack roll. Or the other thing is I can actually use the critical failure to hit parry instead.
Harry like jumps in front of the dart. So that is a non-natural 20.
Non-natural 20? Okay, so then the guy gets to make a saving throw.
Ooh. Ooh.
They should fix that camera so it actually comes out nice and clear. Let's see. Camera control. Focus.
That's better.
Okay, so the guy rolled a 2 on his save versus poison. So M, you can roll another D, so you get to add your damage. Sneak attack gets added.
Oh, sneak attack is out.
As it was a shot from stealth from behind.
That is true.
There
sneak
is someone
attack.
flanking the person.
A little.
And your first attack has always got sneak attack applied to it. It's generally not a I choose a sneak attack. If you meet the criteria, your sneak attack happens.
Extra 1d6 precision dice. Darts are 1d4, I believe. Yes.
Well, there's only certain weapons that happens with, and it precision damage is applied.
But only 1d6.
I'm surprised it's only 1d6.
Because I literally just copied the whole thing. So, surprise attack, you can sprint into combat faster than your foes can react. On the first round of combat, you roll a deception or stealth for initiative. If the creatures are active, they are off guard to you. Your enemy can't properly defend itself, you take advantage and deal extra damage. You strike a creature that's off guard condition with an agile or finesse.
At level 5, your sneak attack goes up to 2d6.
Oh, where does it say that? Oh.
Page 166, Rogue Advancement Table. And then on the sneak attack on 167, level 5, 11, and 17 increase your number of dice.
I must have missed that because I normally update those. That's okay. So 2d6 additional damage.
And the statement of sneak attack is if you strike a creature that has the off guard condition with an agile or finesse melee weapon, an agile or finesse unarmed attack, a ranged attack, or a ranged unarmed attack, you deal an extra 1d6 precision damage. It doesn't say you may, it says you do.
You do.
That's what sneak attack does.
So it would be a d4, which I rolled 4, and then rolled a 4 on my d6, and then a 2. So that is a total of 10.
Hey, bud.
And then roll an extra d6.
Again?
Yeah. Poison.
Okay. Oh. A 2.
The 2. Okay, so yes, you let fly your bolt. You see Harry sees his eyes go wide with fear, and then he collapses.
We've killed the wizard. Yay!
That they've killed a tradesman.
Tradesman.
Oh,
Is that something the same as like in June type level?
No, they've killed a random tradesman on the street.
Oh! This isn't honey water.
Why not? What could go wrong?
Because they had disturbed his wares. He questioned Parry. Parry said he was an inspector. He asked Parry for his badge and detail.
I was getting there,
And then in the middle of
Dark came out of nowhere.
and then before Parry could answer, someone darted the guy to death.
Oh, I forgot our elf's a murder hobo.
the intention was to make him run away.
No.
In a way, he has run away.
His soul has gone far, far away.
It's gone very, very far away to the next plane.
Apparently, it was his time.
Apparently.
Rest in peace.
And he died in absolute terror.
Yeah. So, Pharasma's got to be on board with this, right?
I don't think Pharasma's about the terror part, but
The death part's fine.
well, only if it's actually his time.
Well, obviously it is. I mean, he's lying on the ground dead.
And apparently you've just joined the group, catching up with them, having heard they were coming to, and you see Parry laying.
Yeah, no, I wander up with an apple or whatever.
He walks around the corner and goes,
What the fuck?
You arrive to see Parry standing over the body of a tradesman.
But does he have blood on his hands?
Parry never has blood on his hands.
So therefore he's innocent. Have we got
Actually,
have we got Obi-Wan here?
Yep.
I correct you.
Willie's
Harry would have blood in his
but
hand, but
I'm-
only in the bedroom.
I'm stealthy.
But what happens in the bedroom stays in the bedroom, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Have we got the crazy gnome?
No, the crazy gnome is not here.
Okay.
So apparently you've showed up late, just in time to see a body drop.
Just in time to be connected with a murder.
No, I think you got assaulted by a tradesman.
That's Varisa. What could go wrong?
And
The issue is I don't want to fill out any more paperwork.
and unless someone actually reports this in, it's just going to be a random death. And this person would basically not get any compensation. Family will most likely starve.
Hear that, Em?
I'm in the shadows.
Family's gonna starve, Em. Do you feel guilty yet?
Or
No.
get kicked out of their house.
Yeah.
Become destitute.
They live on the street. They got to sell their kids into prostitution.
No, they'll probably sell it for slave labour or mining. Is there a mine nearby?
No.
Oh well, no mining then.
So what is... So it's agriculture, is it?
It's mainly agriculture, but nearby you'd most likely kids would be sold into cleaning the sewers and getting eaten by whatever's down there.
Great.
They have so you can see the 7th sawmill not far away because they were attempting to sneak up to it when Parry failed his sneak.
I'm still attempting to sneak up to it, but
And your fearless leaders are currently not in sight. Just Parry.
Okay. So Parry is standing over a body with a dagger sticking out of it. Which...
Oh, not a dagger.
a dart.
You can't see anything
Oh.
sticking out of it.
Oh, okay.
It's just Parry standing over a collapsed body that is not moving.
So let me guess, they died in your presence because of your
They just fell
awesomeness.
over.
And you hear a voice out of nowhere saying they just fell over. Apparently, our fearless leader failed their stealth roll.
Did I? No.
You just announced where you were.
Well, as soon as
Yeah,
you said they
you
fell
just
over.
your mouth saying they just fell over.
That was play dog. God, Garrett, dog. Damn it.
I'm sure there's a god you could ask to question that one if you'd really like to.
No.
We do have a
And I
Pharasma
said
expert
damn it,
nearby.
not GDI, so thank you, Martin. That one?
Hey, damn it is a reference to gods. Because you cannot be damned without a god.
Mm-hmm.
Be aware of your curses.
Here I thought it was being sneaky.
Especially since Pharasma's watching you.
Yes, the Lady of
And
Judgment.
you.
Pharasma knows where she stands with me.
And some cats as well, for the sorts of things.
Yes, very true.
Though there doesn't seem to be any cats in vicinity here.
Mm.
Maybe they avoid themselves from random
Actually,
deaths.
that's a bad sign, isn't it?
Yeah. They normally don't involve themselves in the random killing of things. Every time the cats haven't been there, things have gone wrong.
Mm.
It's because we don't have our esteemed dwarf with us.
Esteemed dwarf, you don't really have a dwarf with you anymore.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Oh, sorry.
A steam dwarf? What, they're now,
Steve?
Oh, sorry. I was
they're
thinking
now
of the
powered
other
by
week.
coal, isn't it?
Yes, you're thinking of Bradshaw in the other week.
I was thinking of pressure in the other week.
In this week,
Sorry.
it is a orc who hasn't arrived yet, who may arrive, but it is a bit late for him. And you currently have 2 humans, a elven dwarf, and a full elf, who I'm sure really doesn't like the elven dwarf at the party because that's supposed to be an abomination.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So shall we continue, or what are we going to do?
Yes, can we please try and not alert the whole neighborhood again?
I'm sure you could.
I'm sure we could, but we really don't want to.
So, shall we continue, glorious leader?
It's like, Parry, walk away slowly.
Well, he's currently still out in the open.
Standing there looking at the dead body.
Yeah. Standing at the scene of
You guys didn't even give me a chance to react to what the hell has happened.
What do you mean, you guys? I didn't do anything.
I see the body drop and I turn, like, I put my hood on and walk away.
You walk right into your cleric of Pharasma, who came around the corner about to eat an apple. Staring at you with that look of shock.
Ah, this is your doing. Good turn.
No, it seems that death follows you wherever you go. Don't look at me like that.
There is a lot of truth to that statement.
Yeah, can't argue that.
If you want to stay alive, I want to be a part of the party. And then I just keep on walking.
Isn't the mill that way?
So does Parry leave the mill and keep going? Because you are inside the mill at the moment.
Yeah, Parry's gonna try and get distance away from the mill.
What's that, Lassie? There's trouble at the mill?
Yeah.
yeah.
So I believe our
Yeah,
orc friend is
I'm
hiding
gonna get
low due
distance
to
away
the
from the mill and then try and re-stealth.
Okay, so I'm going to duck to the bathroom while you fill Ross in on what he's missed.
So what is the bounty for the orc who basically broke in, ransacked the building and ran off?
There is no bounty.
No. He.
It's considered a honor to kill him.
No, nobody died.
So far, so good. I'm just going to suggest next time I see him that I buy him a collar with a with a leash, and that way he appears to be a.
So, did you want to be
orc.
Did you want to be a masculine collar or a pink fluffy one?
Oh, I think he might deal with the masculine one a bit better than the pink fluffy one.
Yeah, spiked one.
But the pink fluffy one would be hilarious. You can get him a full mask with a big, like, a gimp mask with a ball gag. I think that might be pushing it a little bit far, but anyway, it would be funny.
Yeah, I believe our elf's already got that stuff from the stealing from the judge.
So what are we doing, glorious leader?
Well, Harry is hopefully walking away from the scene of the crime, and
Walking away from the scene of the crime.
I know, but you didn't.
No, I'm gonna stand over the body and give it a good hug.
Teabag it. Teabag the dead body.
Get good scrub. Where's your prestige?
Does
That's what I
Rasta
say.
actually care about
Because
the
he
corpse and that?
voiced that he's doing it. I just see him doing it.
Okay,
And
halberd
he
to his
continues
balls.
still,
If he's
and wait
going to
for
be
him to be
teabagging
gone.
the,
What are you going to do?
going to put a halberd pointing to, pull out my halberd and point to his balls and saying, "Do not desecrate the dead."
You got a halberd.
I need something for a raid for keeping someone back. I've got my daggers as well. Basically, I've got daggers.
I'm not doing anything. I'm walking away from the body.
I thought you were going to teabag it.
No, that was
No.
me having a laugh.
Okay. Okay, so in that case, I can't point my halberd to a noble because I get in trouble.
So yes, you're now responsible for this body, having been the first cleric to discover it.
Okay, what do I need to do?
Well, it's got to get rights because it's being killed. I mean, someone's got to pay for it.
Gotta
No.
get right.
Yeah, it's got to have its last rites, and it's got to be prevented from being raised as an undead, depending on how it died.
This person deserved it.
If there's
Trying
somebody
to
who's
question my
going to
qualifications as an inspector, how dare they?
if someone's coming back as an undead, this guy's coming back as an undead.
Oh, 100%.
He died in absolute fear. That's never a good start for a trip to Pharasma's plane.
Well, he may be given the ability to hunt down his killer.
Either that or just cast Peaceful Rest on the corpse.
Revenant.
But I will to perform last rites anyway.
Okay, so everyone hears the prayers to Pharasma.
So much for sneaking up, guys. What are we doing now? Are we just going to walk up there and let them bow us down and blow us up with fireballs and shit, or...
Well, if they can hear me, it's more of a distraction, so you just continue on with you.
Yeah, no, I think
That is a possibility.
Rasmus is actually right on this one. He is providing the perfect distraction right now. I say we continue stealthing up though.
And I need to be, I'll probably try to be as loud as possible. And I'll be like, oh, what was it, from the Princess Bride, just to be be as slow as possible as well, but within reasonable.
Okay, give me a performance roll.
Performance.
Princess
Okay,
Bride.
that fuck. I don't think I got. Could it be religion?
Religion's whether you can do it correctly. Performance is how captivating you are doing it.
Oh, I don't want to really be that captivating. Oh, there's a D20. I've got a bad feeling about this. Well, it isn't a 1.
That's always a nice sign.
Yep. Okay, I
It's a
got
2.
a 14.
So on a 14, as you start to do the prayers of Pharasma, you do find some of the neighbours coming out to find out what's going on and coming over and joining you. Quite a few tears.
What's that hanging out of his neck?
What's this random puncture mark?
Vampires, I swear!
One-tooth vampire.
Yeah.
But the scary thing is they do exist.
Chinese vampires. The hoppy ones.
I didn't see anyone hopping around.
No.
Okay, so the 3 who have made their way off can each do a stealth.
Yay, I can somehow mess this up again.
No, I was going to roll it again. Damn. Alright.
That's scary. Performance is one of my lowest skills.
Mm.
Followed by
So
people.
what did Willie get?
I've given up a natural 20 for a 5. So that's a 20. Dirty 20.
Okay, what did Josh get?
I got 26.
Because Parry's just...
And what did our extraordinary stealth expert get?
So is that just
25.
around in underwear?
Wait, how is Harry more stuff?
I rolled a 10.
I rolled a 5. Yeah.
Hey, remember, Parry's the buffest wizard known to man. He always seems
I'm
to
the
beat
longest
people.
wizard known to man.
What is with those? Oh, plus 13. How is yours plus 13 and mine's only plus 15?
Because you probably left a few things out.
No. Dex 5 plus expert just should be 10.
You should be getting plus 15 like I do.
Yeah, it is plus 15. Oh, well, yeah, that would be why. So really yours is plus 11. Right, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Should have played up yourself.
Oh no, I just got something back.
It does make it worse, but I was just trying to take the heat off because it got pretty hot in here for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, the three of you make your way up to the sawmill. You have the pier out before you that goes out over the water in front of the building where the carts would right up to the front doors, and you got a set of stairs going down beside the house, beside the mill, between the mill and the riverbank.
Front doors or the side door?
Oh, I mean, I would prefer the side door. So I will check for traps down the side door.
While our glorious leader does that, I'm keeping my eye open for anyone who might be watching us and looking and stuff.
Maybe I should have done the I think it was in Jabberwocky or whatever, the Monty Python. Bring out your dead. Ding, ding, ding.
What's that? Summon a creature you can only kill with a warp weapon. The Jabberwocky.
No, not the Jabberwocky. I'm just talking.
Don't jabber.
They do have Jabberwocky in Pathfinder.
They've got basically everything that they can get away with.
Bandersnatch.
Dookie!
The sphere of many
Create
eyes.
into existence.
Spear of many eyes.
The Jabberwocky.
That's hilarious.
No, you called it a different thing. Jabberwocky was an actual is an actual beast. I think you did the Jabberwock, not the Jabberwocky.
Oh, the Jabberwock, that's right. Yep.
With the Jabber Turkey. Or the Jabber Fry Pan.
Well, they came across a creature they didn't understand, so they called it the Jabberwock, and now it's labelled the Jabberwock.
What was the other one? The cat.
That was the cat.
Was it?
Mm. And Quest ended up with a pair of them as a gift, which he then misplaced.
Yes.
Okay, so heading down the stairs, it will be a stealth roll to not make yourself heard as you're going down. How would you like? Who would like to go first?
Our glorious leader who's looking for traps.
32 on the stealth roll.
Okay, so stealthing before looking for traps, always good.
Oh, I said I was looking for traps before.
Apparently you missed the trap because you had to kill someone.
Murder gets in the way.
At least it wasn't a fish salesman.
Well, someone tripped over a pile of woods that was obviously a trap left for you.
Yeah.
It set off an alarm and disturbed the local. Who now you're doing currently last rites on. Okay, so did you want to check for traps on the stairs before going down, or on the door when you get down there?
I was going to check for traps on my way down, yes.
I believe that's a perception roll.
That is a perception roll.
What did you get?
25. Make sure my mic hasn't turned its volume down again.
Okay, so going down the stairs, you're convinced there's no traps down here. How would you ever miss a trap?
Exactly.
Sorry?
How would you ever miss a trap?
Yeah, alright.
And no, you didn't seem to make any noise as you went down, so you're definitely sure-footed. And you are down at the door to the underneath of the mill. Hear the sound of the wheels coming from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
The door is currently shut. I'm not sure if it's locked or not.
And does the checking for traps include the door, or do I need to do another one?
That would have been the stairs going down unless you didn't check the stairs, but you wanted to check it as soon as you got onto the property.
Yeah. So can I check the door?
You can check the door.
$30.
Okay, you're sure that the door is untrapped. You think that'll be a little too obvious?
They trap the side door.
Well, this is more of a maintenance entrance. Might not even have access to the rest of the mill. It may only be accessible from this door.
Oh, so you think it's access into the mill part, like the turning wheel?
You know it is access to the turning wheel because you were told that beforehand.
But we're not sure if it has access into the main building.
They had no plans of the building, they just knew that this was where the main machinery was.
Right, okay. Well, alright, we'll see if the door is locked.
Trying the handle, it is locked.
Can I try and pick it?
You can. I'm sure it won't be too hard.
Yeah, the thieves tools is what you need for that. They don't give any bonus though, do they? It's just your, like...
Thievery skill.
Thievery skill, right? Yep, cool.
No thieves tool, no chance to pick a lock.
Yeah. No, I wasn't sure if they, like, counted as like if they had any bonus, or just, like, that was a requirement to do that kind of thing.
If you got masterwork ones, yes.
I presume I just have the basic ones.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Apparently my dice just wants to roll 17s today. Another 30.
Yes.
Okay, there is a click, and you believe you've unlocked it.
Can I do a perception check to see if anyone's inside?
Sure. With disadvantage.
Did I have low light?
The door is not open. You were checking to see if someone was in there, which would be
Oh,
listening.
sorry, I thought you did. Right, okay. My mistake.
Listening with the sounds of water wheels on the inside makes it very hard to tell if there's something there.
It's very loud.
$25.
You're unsure.
I am unsure. Ooh, slightly, like, I'll set this, like, I'll open the door just slightly ajar.
Mm-hmm.
And
You get a face full of mist.
Mist. Right.
Water wheels create a lot of churning when moving and create a lot of mist around it. The ground inside will be soggy and slippery. So you would consider the mill bottom floor to be difficult terrain.
Drop into tiger style. Helps me to mitigate some of the difficult terrain.
You're currently up the stairs. As your fearless leader has gone down to scout for you.
As the mist comes out, I go, drop the type stuff.
So while your fearless rogue is doing all this checking, what is Parry doing?
Parry is...
Pulling out his journal and making notes of his latest kill.
Yeah, no, not my latest kill, or my latest mistake. Knocking over all the timber. Teach myself different, tips and tricks about being disgusting. AKA actually have a poker face for once.
Well, I'm sure the pretending to be drunk would have been far more believable and given you advantage instead of disadvantage.
I definitely could have. I was thinking about that. But I wanted to play something different.
It is perfectly fine.
So you classed as Parry, the pot inspector.
I think it's more Parry the Death Inspector.
Mm-hmm.
He seems to kill wherever he goes.
Oh, on the plus side, at least they didn't rob him.
I'm sure that's your job now that you're here.
He wouldn't have all that much money to rob anyway, would he?
I was wondering, how much did Varisia actually charge for a funeral type thing?
It all depends on whether or not they want a pauper's funeral or not.
I would suspect a pauper's funeral.
Which means if Varisia hasn't already been paid for the services, which a lot of people prepay, part of their taxes. That's why you have to report it to Varisia's temple.
So let me guess, I've got a death notebook.
Mm-hmm. And as the first cleric on the scene, you're now responsible for his remains.
Yeah, because you bloody very.
Don't you just love playing a cleric in this game?
Well,
He's specifically the cleric of death and rebirth, or birth. So if a child was born in his presence, he would have the same obligation to look after that child until of which it was seen to be looked after properly.
or a what was it? There's another one with birth and that, isn't there?
It's for Erasmus domain. So if
So what about for crops and all that?
Crops are different. That's a different god.
So it doesn't do with fertilization.
Your god doesn't care about anything but living people. So if it was a dog, it wouldn't care, such as the orc as well. Sorry, Mark, but yes, Charisma doesn't care about your character in this area. But that's more for the cultural belief, not the personal belief.
I'm sure Mark falls under Gosra's purview as an animal.
In this area, yes. Out in the wilderness, back in the orc lands, Pharasma would still fall under. But in the beliefs of our cleric, he would refer him to Gosra.
That's what I was. I think I was talking about bunny rabbits and that. So whether that does that fall under. So resurrecting a bunny rabbit, is that classed as a bad thing or not?
Okay, so you have, while you're there doing the last rites and everyone else has disappeared on you, they've all gone and stealthed away.
Yeah.
A watchman shows up with a undertaker in tow.
Oh.
He says someone has reported a death. Do you have authority to say his means of death?
Oh, okay. I'll examine the body.
Okay, you can see a dart sticking out the back of his spine. You believe it's severed his spinal cord.
Yeah, actually, I am actually fairly skilled in this. Yeah, I'll do the autopsy type, saying exactly what happened. Yep. So, I'm not sure if it was a murder for convenience, a hate crime. Definitely wasn't robbery.
Well, for the purposes of the law, it's a murder for them to investigate.
Yeah. Actually, they can do a test on the weapon, can't they, to find out who owns it?
A lot of things can be done, depending on how it's been handled.
Well, I haven't touched anything. So the last person who touched it, unfortunately, is the victim.
Well, the victim hasn't touched it.
Oh.
It hit him. He didn't touch it. He died before he realised what had struck him. So, the guard gets your help in loading the body onto the Undertaker's cart. He says, as it's not plague, we don't need to burn it straight away.
Oh, I've also... you could take your time because I've also cast Restful Peace on it as well.
So we will take this to the Church of Pharasma to have it currently go a full investigation for the town.
Did I need to fill out put any paperwork with it? Or?
Well, he says just sign here and he'll note you down as the cleric on the scene. If they have any questions, they will chase you up.
Oh yeah, I bet you I will.
He seems to have sheaths of paperwork to pull out for various things.
That's one thing. What would you class paperwork skill as? I could never work it out.
Calligraphy, if you really want to do your own thing.
Society, possible. It's one of the things we were rolling against.
Society will actually do it.
Yep, I have got skill in society. Yep. I think that was the reason for me taking that. And for... What was it? Actually, no, the society is actually for talking that in with the public and that, isn't it?
Well, society is a lot of things.
Yeah.
So the basic things of society are recall knowledge, subsist, create forgery, decipher writing. So society is the perfect writing one.
Oh, okay. I didn't know for forgery was society. Cool.
If you're not trained, it is not. You have to be trained to forge.
Yeah, because I thought, oh no, it's thievery. Okay, cool. But I'm not going down that line.
Okay, once you sign away, you see the parchment glow with your signature.
Yep.
And he says he's sure they'll be in touch if they have any questions as he starts wheeling the body off with the Undertaker.
Okay. Now I'm going to finish my apple.
So as he's leaving, he says, do you know the name of the deceased?
Did I manage to get the name with the crowd?
You never asked.
No.
He looks around trying to ascertain if he cares or not, and he just shrugs and just goes on. Not his problem.
Well, is there any actually people still here? Or what? Okay. Who is he?
They say it's Jake and the local carpenter.
A carpenter. Huh? Okay.
Yeah, he does a lot of building for the town.
No, that's a loss.
Currently employed to fix the Hell Knight's boats.
Hell Knight's boats.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, ooh,
That's bad.
so is he just is he just a worker there, or is he actually higher up?
Oh, he's one of the lead carpenters.
Yeah, that's bad.
Okay. Do you know which particular Hell Knights, which Hell Knight order he was doing the boats for?
He was engaged to fix all of them.
Okay.
They all needed repairs after travelling to make them up.
Hopefully I don't have to investigate this murder as well, because I've got other murders to find.
Though I'm sure they're sure his family of 5 will be much bereaved of his departure.
He still had his corn purse on him, did he?
I have no idea. You never looked.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no. If it wasn't open, yeah. But from my thing, I couldn't really see if he was being robbed or anything like that.
Yeah, you're looking for cause of death, not what item
Yeah.
he had on him. Cause of death is rarely found in people's pockets or pouches.
Could be. He could have a poison pin in his pocket.
You never know. Till you
well.
look.
So you see,
Yeah. So I have to advise Willie that he's going to probably have a angry Hell Knight. Wait a sec. Hell Knights are always angry. Okay, even angrier Hell Knight.
well, you're sure that one of the Order's laws has probably been broken. There are 20 orders.
I know.
It's bound to have at
Down
least
and
one
about
of
it,
them.
pissing someone off.
Yep. And considering they only have one sentence for any break of the law.
Feed him to the Kraken.
Is there a Kraken nearby?
Yeah.
The Hell Knights brought it.
What? Okay.
Hell Knights, to be a Hell Knight, you must be at least 9th level. That's the minimum level to be a Hell Knight. So they're not weak creatures.
No, I wouldn't expect so.
But
And they also have to defeat a fiend in single combat to become a Hell Knight.
That Fiend's like level 12 or something like that.
Fiends can be of multiple levels, but it's generally something of higher level than them.
So not only are they high level, they're capable high level.
And psychotic.
Generally, yeah.
And have access to magic most do.
Although, don't tell my wife I said that.
I'm sure she hears.
Well, I am carrying the knife with her blood and my blood on it, so...
Okay, so back to our elf at the door. After trying to listen for anything different and opening the door and getting a spray of mist in your face, what would you like to do next?
I'm gonna slip in the door and have a look around.
Okay, so the elf's in the shelf.
I moved down to the door.
You going to stealth then or just move down? Okay, stealth roll.
Actually, what day is it?
It is night.
Nighttime.
Cool.
They basically decided to invade the place at night when no one should be there.
It's alright, I've got dark vision.
35 upgraded.
35 upgraded. Okay, you're very
Next
light
level,
on your
20.
feet. Does Parry follow you down with a natural 1?
Bing, 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 bing.
I will follow down. Depends on what my dice wants to roll.
Yeah, no, it does, but the landing is a 20.
Yeah. Right.
Is it still stealth?
Yep, still stealth.
27.
It's a disadvantage.
No, not a disadvantage. So yes, you do manage to make it down to the bottom without causing a ruckus. And now back to our elf inside. As you step inside, everything around you is just indistinct foggy shapes as the mist is stopping any real dark vision from giving you a good look around the place. Just like a mist would to normal vision, a mist does stop dark vision.
It's actually worse if you had really bright light.
It is worse with bright light, and it is worse for people using thermal vision, because in thermal vision it's just blue everywhere.
Screw up sound as well.
Sound of the water wheel going is messing with sound completely.
Yeah.
So if you're using tremor sense, you would get absolutely.
What do what do the tracker's goggles do again?
Okay.
I meant to like update what that actually like is. I just haven't-
Did you note down the page number?
296.
Because that always makes it easier for me looking it up.
Yeah, I just got the page number so I could get back to it later. I just hadn't got back to it later.
These lenses of forest green glass are bound in rough leather, stitched with crude twine. While wearing these goggles, you gain a +1 to survival checks, to sense direction and track. If you fail to track, you can try again after 30 minutes rather than an hour. So tracker's goggles help you track.
Okay, so they don't. Sorry, hang on.
It is a 3rd level item, so it's not going to give you huge bonuses.
Sorry, I missed that because I kicked my foot into something and it really hurt. I was trying to look.
So a critical foul on your movement, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. My IRL movement failed epically.
So I was saying that if you wanted to get a better bonus, it's not going to happen on such a low level item.
Yeah, no, I think these are just the items that came with like that you get sort of like as base.
So this was the 3rd level item you chose. Because there weren't many other good 3rd level items. I will be making a better table later, but that's future me when I have time.
Yeah, and that's fine. Yeah, I think as you said, like it was the better option of options.
And it suits what your character was doing, trying to track.
Yes. Yeah. Which is fine. It helps in that circumstance. It just doesn't help me right now. Cool. Alright, well I'm kind of blind. Can I feel my way around, or do I have a bit of sight?
You have about 10-15 feet around you, which sort of shifts as the fog shifts.
Okay. Well, because it's difficult terrain, I don't think I have any bonuses for difficult terrain in this instance. What's the movement type? Where is it? 5 foot, the 5 foot movement where you don't incur rolls for difficult terrain as well.
No, you cannot do 5 foot steps in difficult terrain.
Okay, so what's the? I thought there was one.
There are feats that allow you to do so, but you cannot, as a character, take a 5 foot step in difficult terrain without said feats.
Right. Okay, and there's no like just being careful.
Being careful is great if you're not in difficult terrain, because difficult terrain counts as 10 foot. Unless you can actually move 10 foot as you'll move, you cannot do so in difficult terrain.
I look up. Is there any rafters I can jump up onto?
Okay, looking up, you can see some rafters, but they are about 15 feet up. You can potentially make it.
Gotta do another trip.
I could potentially make it. I do both have quick jump and long jump and powerful leap, so I think that's...
But not high jump. Let's see how well you can do your athletics check to get
I
up the
don't think I
wall.
can take high jump yet. Or maybe I was looking at it. I think there was a skill I wanted to swap out, but I was going to check with you first.
Mhm.
And that's a later me problem again. Acrobatics, did you say?
It is athletics, actually, not acrobatics. Athletics is about height.
Yes, there is that.
And you can
24.
technically do the parkour to try to get as high as possible.
Yeah, that's my usual MO, so yes.
Okay, and you got a 24?
24. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to check on the rules for height, because I think it's rather specific for jumping.
I think it also
I
depends
also
on your
have
strength.
quick mantle if that helps.
What does quick mantle do?
Quick mantle. Oh, sorry, rapid mantle it's called now. You easily pull yourself onto ledges. When you grab an edge, you can pull yourself onto that surface and stand. You can use your athletics instead of a reflex save to grab an edge. If you climb or leap within 5 feet beneath the top of an edge, you can pull yourself onto the surface and stand as part of that action. But you said that was 15, so that might not help.
Okay, so... and what was your total?
24.
24. Okay, so if you look up on page 235, you basically take, it's a 2-action high jump. You attempt to stride 10 feet and then leap up with a DC 30 athletics check to be able to make 8 feet in height. And
What was that page number again?
that was page 235.
24.
No, Siri, I did not ask for you.
Someone has thrown themselves into the wall.
So the base leap is only gives you 3 feet in height. So you can jump 3 feet higher than you are. The other one lets you go 8 feet.
You need rapid mantle. To get high jump, I think.
Okay, so you miss the rafters and come down with a thump. At this stage, Willie and Parry outside hear a thump on the other side of the wall.
The door's open a little bit. Can we see what's going on?
Okay, looking inside, there's just mist in there.
So we can't see the elf lying on the ground?
Maybe the elf has killed someone again.
Actually, that sounds more likely. I have no dark vision. I've got nothing like that.
It's just black in here.
Misty black.
Wet black.
Wet black. Okay.
And the ground is a little slippery.
I haven't stepped in yet, but
You can tell from just having the door open that it's a little slippery here.
well, that's why I've dropped into tiger stance. It allows me to move the 5-foot step.
And shall Parry show them the light?
What am I doing?
Just the door's been opened. You can see blackness, and there's just mist coming out of the door.
So it looks really ominous.
You have no idea what's happened to your fearless leader, but you believe she's killed again.
She's been swallowed.
No, I think I've killed someone rather than
There was a
just,
thump of a
actually
body.
falling on my face.
There was a thump of a body, and we just assumed that she's killed someone else.
It's not far from the truth. And at this point, I will have our cleric wander up to where they are. You can see both Parry and Willie with their head in the base of the sawmill down a set of stairs. Do you go down to where they are?
Yeah.
Do you stealth? I ask that because you don't have to.
Yeah,
But he asked it, so I'm thinking you should.
Yeah, well, I will stealth because that's the reason why I'm in heavy leather and not going for the full war cleric and running around in full plate.
No, sorry.
Just on the floor.
In the kitchen?
Yeah.
That's a. Ooh, I thought that was. I don't know. Is that a 1 in front of it or not? Yes, it is. I thought I rolled a 14. No, is that a 4? No, it is a 14. The 1 is very faint. Okay, my stealth is 23 all up.
Okay, so yes, you managed to make it down to the bottom without making noise you could hear.
Yep, and so I'll whisper next to Parry saying, "Well, guys, what's happening?"
And Parry, you are shocked at the voice in your ear. You weren't expecting it. Hello, Josh.
Yeah, I'm still here. I jump a little bit.
And Willie feels Parry jump.
Have a look.
You can see you have your fearless cleric with you.
Can you see in the dark?
Yeah. I was a dead body.
I sort of put my hand on you and move you to the.
So how does your character see in the dark?
It's I suppose it's phasma. It's the
Because it's always important when you get certain powers.
It's grave sight.
You see dead things?
Basically, I see exactly the same as psychoform or whatever.
Okay, I'll have to
Which
look
is,
that
I
one
believe, is I basically see the death pain type thing.
If you have that sight, I'm assuming you have low light vision.
Yeah.
Not actual.
No,
dark vision.
it actually says I gain dark vision.
You gain dark vision.
Yeah. But it's the same. It's basically the same as this psycho pomp thing. So I believe it's probably I see spirits and things like that. And
Well, usually the Dustwalker heritage upgrades your vision. So if you don't have any night vision, you get low light. If you have low light, you get dark vision.
and I think if you already had dark vision, it extends the range even more. Or is that just D&D type?
That's
stuff?
just D&D.
Probably. Yeah.
Because in Pathfinder there is no range.
That makes sense.
If you've got dark vision, you've got dark vision. If you've got low light vision, you've got light vision.
5 kilometres.
As far as you've got line of sight to.
Yeah, it actually gives me low light vision as well.
Which is why I've been considering changing my D&D one, because I think limited is very silly.
Yeah.
Because technically, you could basically have for the heat vision, you could have a heat source just outside of that and not see it. Was the original thermal vision?
Mm.
And theoretically, for infrared or thermal vision, wouldn't it sort of be determined based on the level of heat?
Yes.
You know, so. Yeah. But yes, I reach back, put my hand on your shoulder, gently guide you in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
It's mist.
Yes, I can't see in the dark, and if you can.
And you're looking in and you're just seeing, you can see about 15 odd feet in and a sort of sprawled body on the bottom looking up at you with that look of, you can't see me, I'm not here. Which you're familiar with.
You fell down, didn't you?
There could be a dead body in there, just
No. We don't have a dead body. We've got an embarrassed body.
And our invisible rogue has been followed again by the cleric of Varisia.
Did we tell you elves can't jump?
This one can, but apparently I need to get high jump to do better.
You need to be black.
Yeah, you need to be a drow, what?
I have, yeah. Well, if I could have been a drow, I probably would have.
You just got to get angry enough and you can become a drow and then
Yeah.
then an NPC.
Mm.
Yeah.
So,
No thanks.
how bad are drow?
In this, they can only become a drow if your mind has become corrupted by Rovagog.
Okay, so utterly insane.
Oh, really?
That is what makes a drow in this setting. That's the only thing that makes a drow in this setting.
By Rovagog.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, who
They
the
both-
hell's Robocop?
He's the god of slaughter, destruction, war.
That the planet you're on is the prison for.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah. He's a whole lot of fun.
So basically, like Cthulhu.
And he killed a chunk of gods before they imprisoned him.
So how often does he wander around?
He's
He
only
doesn't.
ever gotten out. He's only been imprisoned once.
Yeah.
But to save the universe, they imprisoned him.
Well, they would have killed him, but I think Callistria said, no, you can't do that.
I don't think they also had the power to.
Wow. I've not read anything about that, but everybody else was all like, let's kill that son of a bitch! And she's like, no, you've got to give him the chance.
Throw the planet into the sun? Did that kill him?
No, it would set him free.
Free.
Considering the Teresk is one of his children.
What's at the sun?
The Teresk, the actual Teresk that goes around doing stuff, is his child.
This diety's fucked up.
So he is the spawn of abominations. Okay, so looking inside, you do see your elf friend there. And I did ask Parry if Parry was going to show them the way of the light.
I think Parry just got scared and he's going.
He hasn't pulled out his wayfinder.
I'll cast dancing lights.
And what form of dancing lights do you use? Because there's always many forms you can throw.
So can you throw a little frog that can dance around?
Just
With the top hat?
little globes just to provide us a bit of dim light, not we're here kind of light.
I believe it's the choice of globes or other things.
Is it bright as candle or can he actually make it brighter?
That's what I'm looking up now. That's why I was suggesting he tell me what he was doing.
What spells have I got?
Much like you can't choose whether or not you sneak attack.
Okay, what is Forbidden Ward? What does that do? How long does that last for? A minute. Then I need to sustain.
Okay, so I believe it's the light spell, not dancing lights you have.
A light spell?
Because there is no dancing lights in the base book.
Because it was Dancing Lights, but it's been renamed.
No, it's Illuminate. If you're looking for
Thank you.
cantrip,
What was that, Ross?
Illuminate
Illuminate.
cantrip. You light all
that would probably be from the book 2, whereas he was from the book 1, which would have been light.
what's ROE?
ROE would not be any of the books that they got access to.
Yeah, okay.
I do say that it's limited books because we're not giving everything to everyone.
Oh no, there is light. There is.
If you give access to everything, then technically, rules as written, clerics have access to probably about 400 spells.
Yeah.
Only 400?
Pathfinder 1, it was about 1,500 per level. But I'm talking about 400 in total in Pathfinder 2.
I was trying to be sarcastic.
That's why they have to pick which spells they know instead of just giving every spell in the game.
Do you want any other food?
I've just had an apple, but I am hungry.
Yeah.
A meal, please.
Does anyone want a hot drink?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
You quick too?
I'd love a coffee.
Coffee? I don't know coffee.
Okay, so you do an orb that shines light in a bright 20-foot radius in a color of your choice.
Oh, is that all it is?
And it has a range of 120 feet. And it stays until you prepare your spells next.
Okay.
Or dismiss it. If you create the light as a creature, you can attach the light to the creature, causing it to float near the creature as it moves. And you can sustain the spell to move the light up to 60 feet. You can attach or detach it from a creature as part of this movement. So literally, you can throw it in there and attach it to Willie if you really wanted to.
I'll just throw it in there to see what's happening.
Okay. So yes, bing! Everyone sees this really bright white light in there.
And then a white wall of mist.
Well, that's why it's really bright white light. Yeah. And you can sort of see out to about 20 feet in the mist before it's just solid white. And I will give each of you a perception roll.
Ooh, natural 20. Cool. Nice.
Natural 20 is very useful.
So it's, was it 33 upgraded?
33 upgraded will come in handy.
32 for the rogue. I have a question, Martin.
Yep.
With the skill Powerful Leap,
Mm-hmm.
it says you can jump up to 5 feet with a vertical leap without making a high jump.
What are you doing?
Yep, so the standard vertical leap is 3 foot.
Yeah,
So
okay,
it adds 3
foot,
foot to your height, and the DC 31, which is in the book, it gets you 8 feet height. So you could you would have reached the rafters on that 8 feet to your height.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, I really need that high jump.
The 5 would have gotten you close to the rafters.
Yep. But I just didn't quite make the DC. Yep. Damn. All right.
It is interesting to see your limitations as you play.
Yeah. Well, like I took almost every other type of mobility thing, but I literally ran out of skill feat and rogue feat slots.
Well,
to take.
I also know you concentrated on acrobatics over athletics, so that was a choice that we talked about. And I did point out the leaping movement issue.
Yes, because I think I misread what all the leaping ones did, but I've kind of worked it into parkour, so it kind of works.
It did kind of work. Okay, so you see up in the rafters are a bunch of interesting people looking down upon you. So I should have a game mastery guide up there beside you, Ross, in the red leather.
I got core. Okay, it's not as big as the core book, but...
No. But the game mastery guide is where you find a lot of the NPCs.
Yeah, that's why I thought it would be bigger.
Which means that I can have quite a bunch of useful things that I don't have to look up.
That's great. So does it take an action to quick draw something?
It does. Well, quick draw may actually...
I don't have quick draw.
I don't have the feet, I just want to blow
Okay, so I am now going to...
Initiative!
write down what your perception scores were for the initiative.
Oh, that's right. That's how you do initiative. Okay.
So I know that Ross had a very good one.
I've got actually something that does an area effect. I don't think I've got an area effect spell. Well, actually, I do have an area effect spell, but it's not an area damaging effect spell.
So what was Willie's
26.
26. Which does mean that if you did have anything that boosted initiative, you could add to it. What was Parry's initiative? Perception? That he rolled?
If we were stealth...
Perception.
That you had just rolled? Yeah.
If we were stealth, could we use stealth instead?
At this stage, you were looking around, and it was the perception roll that you just rolled. So
And,
he's at 27.
and plus, we also had a light that just illuminated all of us.
Yeah,
Just 20?
Yeah.
28.
28. Okay, what was Swift's
Yeah.
one again? 33, you said, I think? Or 32? For M.
I think she's gone to the bathroom.
Oh, actually,
Okay.
Right,
And
still
Andre's
one-
was 33 upgraded, was it?
Got one creature.
So Ross, what was yours? 33 upgraded?
Yeah, 33 upgraded.
Okay, so you get one action as a surprise scene before anyone else gets to do stuff. Though it is not a ability to cast a spell or do a lot of other stuff, but it's still an action.
Oh, so I can't try to cast a quick spell.
Do you have a spell that takes one action? That is very rare.
Is that is just a one square, isn't it?
It is a one square one, yes.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I do sort of, but they need to damage me for me to get that off. How far away are they?
It's coming.
I will say they are
They're actually really Moorish.
20 to 30 feet up in the
That's
rafters.
why I only put a few out.
So, okay. Have I got plenty of room to swing the halberd around, or should I just go for night daggers?
You have plenty of room to swing the halberd, but you don't think you can reach them easily.
No, it's more of if they're gonna. I'll get the halberd ready and go, and I'll also say in the rafters, and point, and basically use the halberd pointing to where they are.
Okay, so that brings us to Andre's full round.
Okay. This is probably going to give you a headache, Billy. I am going to cast Benediction.
And what does Benediction do?
Basically, it gives everybody within 10 feet of me a +1 bonus to the armor class.
Okay, so Willie and Patrick and you.
How far away are we from the elf?
The elf moved in and tried to jump up into the rafters.
Oh, okay. I thought
She's not in the doorway.
Okay.
So I get +1 to arm class.
Yeah. Nice.
And was that a 1 or 2 or a 3 round action?
Well, it's got 3 boxes. What was it? You got the small one, then you got another big one, and then you got another big one.
So a 3 round action, so you couldn't have moved in closer.
No. I keep it up for a minute.
So that was a 4 round action to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings us to Willie. You feel the presence of Pharasma in your brain.
On the plus side, this counteracts malediction or whatever.
So
The power of Pharasma protects you.
our glorious leader is lying on the ground. Is that true? And there are
Yes,
people.
because I did not get a chance to get up before light. So.
She did a boo boo.
And there are people in the rafters.
There are. In the rafters.
A description of some sort.
Oh,
It
sorry.
would be kind of awkward if I actually made that roll before.
Apologies, I actually forgot Swift actually goes first, and I need to roll for the people in the rafters.
Oh.
Swift goes first.
I rolled a
Swift goes,
like,
goes after
2.
you.
Oh yeah.
Or 33. After you.
Okay, so yes, you're in there. You can see magic course out of Andre and surround him and the other 2.
I pout.
Well, hey, you're used to being left out because you're always hiding.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I internally pout. That's my first action, and I'm going to stand up.
Okay.
Oh, I can increase the radius. Okay.
You managed to get yourself standing without falling over, which is always nice.
Which is always
Oh, no,
nice.
it's a 15 foot illumination. Oh.
There's no way for me to hide in here now that it's lit up, right?
Well, you could probably run into the mists and get out of sight of the people above, because it will make it difficult for them to see through it as well.
Oh, okay, so there's still mist.
Still mist. And the mist makes it almost impossible to see from the light out past 20 feet. Because it creates a wall of white where it hits the mist. And most of the mist sort of goes up about 5 to 10 feet from the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This took a while.
Ariadna turned it right getting home
Yeah,
before
I
the
reckon.
rain.
Well, when I froze
Yeah,
it up, I
it
saw
just started raining
saw
here
lightning.
as well. Nice and lightning on strikes.
Yeah, either that or you got the air conditioner running out. Full bore.
Yes, it's coming from the west, and it's just blanketed the whole of Canberra at once. Everywhere's wet. Yay! I am going to go into the mist.
Okay.
And can I still see
Give me a reflex
them?
roll.
Reflex?
Because first you're going to run through a wall of absolute light.
Okay.
Through difficult terrain.
Very difficult terrain, know this.
Yeah.
But I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt of not making it disadvantage.
That's because you're an elf.
Okay, you manage to come to a stop right on the edge of the hole where the wheels are churning.
Oh, awesome.
Realizing that just slightly forward and one of the wheels would literally take you with it.
Great. Can I see them through this because they're lit up? Or am I completely obscured again?
You can see up above that there are walkways on the beams across the area, and you think they actually have their own highway above the mist, and they could probably see you were they to get above you.
Yeah. So my initial reaction of trying to get up there was actually the right call.
Well, it would have been perfect if you had just made that little bit extra.
Yeah, if I had made the extra two or three on the dice.
If only you had the D&D version of inspiration.
Yeah, or I had the high jump skill. Literally, I've got mobility, catfall, nimble dodge, quick jump, powerful leap, rapid mantle, fleet feet, rolling landing.
And it's technically parry up next because Willie got the lowest roll. I just forgot to readjust the order.
Yeah. And they're people. Yeah. Can I get a description of what they look like, or the perception on them?
They are robed figures in the darkness.
Awesome. I'm gonna get my bow out.
Okay, so parry to the rescue. You've now lit up the space.
I mean, technically I can attack, so I've got a quick draw.
Do you just attack and start the combat?
No, I wasn't, but I'm just pointing it out that the rogue actually didn't start combat this time.
Swift shot first.
Yeah, Swift didn't actually shoot first this time. I mean, she's already killed one person today, by mistake. And I actually realized I rolled my attack roll a fair bit under. I hadn't upgraded my trained from my trained to expert on that. So it should have been plus 15 instead of the plus 10 I'd put on it.
So definitely a critical hit then.
I probably would have been a critical hit, yeah. Yeah, he would have died anyway, which is not my intention, but yes, it would have been worse.
And you may have shattered his neck with the blow.
Maybe. Terrible.
So, what does Perry do to save the day? Fireball the darkness?
Sorry, he was just putting the cover on the barbecue before it got too wet.
Had to save the new barbecue, sorry.
He didn't really want it destroyed before he got to use it too much.
Yeah, it's just that when water and new metal don't mix. Alright, my turn. And of course, as soon as there's rain, there's sirens. Okay.
That's because people don't slow down in the wet.
Yeah, no. My turn. Have anyone alerted us to the people in the rafters yet?
Yep.
Or are we
People are
okay?
pointed and saying, people in the rafters.
And you're glowing.
No, he's not glowing. He didn't cast it on himself.
Well, okay.
First
You feel
action
protected.
I don't know. He's glowing from your spell, yes.
Well, first action is I'm going to sustain light.
You don't have to sustain it unless you want to move it.
Well, yes. Sorry, I'm going to sustain it so I can move it up into the rafters.
Okay, as you move it up, the area around you starts to become thick and your vision reduces to 5 feet.
Unless we're looking up.
Unless you're looking up, yes. Into the light.
I can live with that.
Oh, good.
As you realise you can't even see your feet at this stage.
Couldn't Parry just
How high was
float the light up to them?
The rafters started at 15 feet with enough room for people to walk, so the people are literally 15 to 25 feet above you. You can turn that back on.
I was just going to raise it like 10 feet so I could see the rafters.
Do either of you want some nuts or anything?
No,
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, in which case then you can still see the ground around you easily.
I hope they're still within the rafters.
In the rafters you see hunched robed forms.
Hunched robed forms.
Currently have ropes wrapped around them and are shielding their face from the light. Apparently it's a bit too bright for them.
I'm just going to leave that there.
What, they sort of don't like the bright light.
Let's see, it was pitch dark and then bright light.
Lots of light.
If you had dark vision and you were looking in here, this would be too bright for you.
True.
So what are you going to do with your other two actions?
I am going to cast. Here's some
Lightning arc.
That's annoying. I only could do one creature.
They're on the rafters.
Mm-hmm.
One creature.
Shatter the rafters.
All my attacks is one creature.
Have I told you what spells I've prepared today, Martin?
You have not.
So I was going to change up one of my cantrips.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to get rid of Prestidigitation and slide in Tanglefoot.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's still in the book. I can use my little pocket books for once. Yay.
Having your pocketbook handy is very handy. Sure footing spell, that sounds very useful. Tangling creepers. Tangle vine. So you're talking about the cantrip called Tangle Vine.
Tangle one, that's probably the one. I didn't update mine.
A vine appears from thin air, flickering from your hand and lashing itself to the target. Attempt a spell attack roll against the target.
Hey, I finally get to make a spell attack roll. That's a cantrip, yes?
It is a cantrip, a 2-action cantrip.
Yay.
Available to Arcane and Primal.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's the one other than, like, would be replaced with Tangle Foot. Battle attack. $29.
29. Okay. That is a hit.
Hit with one of my spells for once. My goodness.
And unlike many of your other spells, this one does no damage.
I know. So it's just got a -10 for circumstance.
Yeah. So do we think these guys are unholy?
The holidays I'm trying to slow it down anyway, so
I have no idea. They're just.
it can make an attempt on its turn to try and get out of it.
Yeah. If they're unholy, they take 10d6.
10d6.
And on the bright side, because it's heightened, it will be last 2 rounds.
What spell is that? Holy light.
Holy light.
Because it's automatically heightened.
Yeah, I didn't
And
realize
if not, they
how
just
high.
only take 5d6.
Okay, Willie, you've just seen your fearless elf run into the mist, and the sound of a bow being drawn from the darkness.
What was Perry up to?
Parry has moved some light. He's raised the light.
Yep. We can't make out what these.
Well, they're
things are.
currently shielding their faces from the light that's just been thrown up in here. And Parry has wrapped vines around one of them.
All right.
Harry's getting kinky with the robed figures.
I'm not convinced that these are necessarily bad people at this point. So what I'm going to do is, one action, I'm going to pull out my staff. And how far up did you say the walkway was?
15 feet.
Okay, I'm going to try the jump to 15 to get up there using the extendy staff.
Okay.
Or is this your magic wishing stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly the one.
And it gives him a bonus to his jump rolls.
Yeah. So I'll give that a go to try to get up.
Okay.
I thought you had spider climb or something like that, some weird thing like that. No. Cool. Okay.
Be cool if I did.
Okay, give me a athletics check.
Cool if I did.
As you do a leap of faith.
13 is what's that? 24 is the 30. My math is not good today. 24, 34 is 37.
37. Okay.
Fuck, I'll get there eventually.
Yes, you, with the help of your staff,
Leap stuff.
leap better than an elf.
Oh yeah, but it's the staff goes boing, so I can't take credit.
So look, white men can jump.
Yeah, white willies can jump.
Yeah, it's just elves can't.
That's it.
As from the elf's perspective, she just sees you leap up onto the platform.
Oh really?
Or she doesn't see the push-off part. Apparently, Willie can double jump what you can there, Swift.
Her eye kind of twitches.
And with the staff in my hand, I'll move across to the to one of the guys, one of the
Yeah.
he's got his hands up. And I'm looking to see who this guy is and what he's doing, and but
Okay,
I don't
give
attack.
me a religion roll.
you are not funny. Could
you pass me the Gods and Magic book beside you with the blue top
I fail miserably.
and white side?
Lost Omens, was it?
Yeah, Lost Omens, Gods and Magic.
That's not a good sign.
No.
Well, it means I get to show you the emblem.
So are these classed as unholy?
You won't know until you see the emblem.
I wouldn't want to speculate. Yeah.
So if they don't like white, this is going to really screw them up.
Well, yeah, like I said, I'm not convinced these guys are necessarily violent. Which is
No.
why I haven't smacked them with
Well,
stuff.
I got a sneaky suspicion these might be just the underlings.
Mm.
And if I cast a
And what
spell-
did you get with your...
12.
You got a whole
A
12.
whole 12.
Okay, you see what appears to be a holy symbol of a black shield with a skull and a light shining out of one eye.
Is it wrong if I think I know what that one is?
Well, your character doesn't. You might.
Okay, so my character goes, Skulls are never good. I'll take that. Skulls are never good.
And it's black.
Yes, black skulls are never good.
But Pharasma's black.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes. Why do you think I'm all dressed in black?
Yeah,
And that's why you don't like Pharasma
But
for the same
Pharasma
reason.
doesn't have black skulls as her holy symbols or
It's black and blue for a holy symbol.
skulls.
No, a black and blue bolt of energy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
not skulls.
Not skulls.
Okay, skulls are bad, and black skulls are even worse.
Aren't we the good guys?
Yeah. Are we the bad
guys.
I think that's probably my go, Martin. I'm not convinced these guys at this point are bad guys, and they haven't done anything to me yet. So
That's okay. It's their turn now.
I know, right? And this is where things go pear-shaped.
Yeah, especially since you've now got out of my range of benediction.
That doesn't follow me.
No, it follows me.
What the hell?
I
That's a
need to-
shit spell.
No, the thing is, I can then expand it.
Okay, hopefully you do.
But the throw is, I can't move because it still costs. Actually, how much does it cost for sustain? For doing a
It
sustain?
costs an action to sustain.
Okay, I can move and then sustain it to increase the range because I can increase it each time for 10 feet, up to a minute.
Okay.
So what does this go? Oh, that's pretty cool.
Can you pass me the core rulebook there?
Great.
It's okay. Instead of trying to translate, I can just look up the actual thing he's throwing.
Now, actually, I have to check. Is that my martyr's intervention?
Rather than waste my actions,
Yeah.
Martin, I will have shrunk my staff back down again. And I'm still in tiger stance.
Yep.
How
So,
big can you grow your staff?
yeah.
No, how big?
Oh, from about
Basically a
about that to what you'd normally expect a staff to be.
So not as crazy as monkey, where you can go
No.
to like a telegraph pole.
Yeah.
So you just basically throw staff, enlarge.
Yes. Actually, monkey staff was used to stir the Milky Way.
Yeah.
That's how big it was. You're like,
Well, no, it's big as whatever you want it to be.
Now, where did my dice disappear to?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Finally found my box set of monkeys up.
Okay. So he tries to, the person who looks up you tries to push you out of the way, and apparently is not very good at getting close to you. And with his push, he critically fails trying to push you away. And would you like to have an attack roll on him, or would you like to help him off the walkway?
Can you do attack roll to throw him off the wall?
It's 15.
Different things. If he does the attack roll is a strike. And he's in tiger style, so it will literally be a slash.
It's 15 feet down, is it? A fall from that height.
It's 15 feet into.
7 points of
water
damage.
though, isn't it?
You take half the damage of the height.
And we're not over like the wheels or
No,
anything
no.
that's terminal.
You can choose to push him over the wheel.
No. What I'm going to do in that case, yes, I'll take the opportunity if I can to just guide him gently over the side of the walkway and basically in front of our priest. Or near our priest.
It's raining men.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ka-thump.
When they fall prone? Yeah. Cool. So now he's on the ground.
He doesn't have catfall or any of the other things that give him niceties of falling.
Cool. Is he human?
He does look human.
Cool.
Another one pulls his hood back and you see he's got a mask over his face.
Looks like a...
It's not familiar, it looks very...
It's a skull.
Horrific clownish.
Horrific clownish.
Yes. There are clowns that make you laugh, and there are clowns that terrify you.
So
this is a
like,
terrifying.
So it sounds like it's like the Joker's masks.
Or Pennywise or something like that.
And Pennywise would be nice compared to this.
Oh, really?
This one's not designed to have any redeeming qualities. It's a fear effect mask.
Ooh.
So what, does that actually cause fear? Or
Okay, and he throws a spell at you, obviously very upset with you.
So he goes, humana, throw.
Hadouken at you.
Hadouken! Okay.
Hey, he's a martial artist.
Okay.
Is he actually a martial artist?
Hard to tell. But he did do a rather nasty spell in your direction. You get to make a fortitude saving throw.
He doesn't need to roll the hit or anything like that?
He had to roll to hit. But technically, it should have been a roll for you. He automatically hits, and I rolled a 20 for an automatic hit.
Can I take your 20 as my fortitude save?
If you do it, then it's his save that would make it a critical fail.
What?
His roll.
Alright. It's fortitude, did you say?
Fortitude, yes.
Come on, eyeballs, what's that? 10. 24.
24. Okay. You see, your strength seems to be yanked out of your body.
Fucking hell.
As he's done a life pull out of you.
It takes me... Yeah, I can fix that. Unfortunately, everybody stop for a minute. So, I can't cure curse or whatever.
Okay, so all your athletics checks are reduced by 1. Strength-based checks. Everything to do with strength is reduced by 1.
Okay.
As part of your strength has been ripped away.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Actually, is that an ongoing effect?
Yeah.
How long? Is it like strength drain or strength damage or?
It is enfeeblement, which is the same as consider it strength damage.
Yeah.
So it removes bonuses.
Oh, fuck.
If I rest, effectively it comes back over a period of time.
Or if it's actual enfeeblement that's not a spell with a duration, it will be permanent until you get it removed. Effects in Pathfinder 2 are a lot harsher than in Pathfinder 1.
So how do you get it removed?
Magic.
Yeah.
Unless the spell has a duration, in which case, at the end of the duration, it goes away.
I can
So
get
does
rid
this
of
have a
it.
duration?
You'll find out.
Yeah, I can get rid of it, but it means that I have to drop benediction because the spell magic is concentration.
-1 is nothing, really. It's
Unless it's one of the ones that next round it's another -1.
even then, strength is not my.
Yeah, but as soon as your strength gets to 0, you're screwed.
We'll worry about it.
No, it can never go to 0. It has to go to -5. Because Pathfinder has no scores. It only has bonuses.
Okay, that's right. So as soon as your bonus gets,
And technically, there's no issue on -5. It's if you die while under effects of certain things that bad things happen.
Well, it's worse than being dead.
There are things that are worse than being dead. Yes, undead. Okay, and the third one does another Hadouken at you. As you see 3 fists fly in your direction.
Mm-hmm.
And smack, smack, smack as they each hit you in the face.
How many brothers were there?
7.
As you take 10 points of force damage and get a reflex saving throw.
A reflex saving throw.
As someone has monkey punched you.
31.
You're managing to keep your balance perfect while in tiger style up on these rafters. No matter how much they monkey punch you.
10 damage. What a son of a...
I really want to know if I should just go all out with this thing or not. The old overkill.
Okay, so that brings us to Andre. There is a guy on the ground next to you looking a bit stunned. As he's, looks like he's fallen.
I'm falling and I can't get up.
Give me a knowledge religion roll. It would be funny if you rolled a 1.
That's a... it's a 10. I think I got a religion of 11. Yeah, 21.
Okay, you remember his symbol well. It is the symbol for Norgobur, the known as the Black Fingers, Father Skinshaw, the Grey Master, Reaper of Reputation, who is the god of greed, murder, poison, and secrets. Obviously, a friend of your elf as well.
Interesting god.
But not unholy.
No, not unholy.
Bugger.
He's an evil god.
Yeah, he's evil, but he's not unholy.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you consider politicians unholy, but hey, they just skirt the edges.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get a bad rap.
Yeah, so the thing, yeah.
So he's worshipped by assassins, murderers, poisoners, politicians, spies, and thieves. And amazingly, many words of the same thing.
So basically what the bloody elf follows. Yeah.
Are we wrong on that one, Em, for your character following the this god?
Which god was that, sorry?
Murder hobo.
The god of assassins, murderers, poisoners, politicians, spies, and thieves.
Norbu?
Yep, that's it.
Yep, that's one.
Apparently, they're attacking some of your faithful.
Oh, really?
We're about to.
Oh, okay.
No, we already have.
I know the party hasn't technically attacked him.
We've been attacked.
He helped him off the rafters.
Yeah, no, but didn't Parry cast an attack spell?
Parry cast a entrapment.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was the first time I've seen Parry cast a non-lethal spell that was a target an opponent spell. He's doing well.
That actually worked.
Actually allowed me to make an attack roll.
Yeah, I know, and you didn't kill anyone at the same time.
Oh, I know.
I was considering whether I was going to make it just kids in the rafters hiding away.
Listen, by all means, you could have absolutely made that guy.
Well, since it's not a kid
Yeah.
and it's a murderer, I probably will.
Who you do know follows the same god as your elf.
Wait a sec, but the.
Which means she could probably have knocked on the door and been invited in and joined them for supper.
But Willie's been attacked.
So I've seen the symbol on them, or
No, you haven't, because you went and hid in the shadows, remember?
Yeah.
So what was the
Yeah, I'm sneaky.
the god that they follow again?
Norenberger. The
So-
god of assassins, thieves, murderers, poisoners.
Yeah, I'm just worried
politicians.
about if I actually do mention his name, that'll be a bad thing.
Well, he's also the god of secrets. Very much like your leader.
What is Phrasma's view of killing murderers and that?
If it's their time. If it's not their time, then she very much frowns upon it, because you shouldn't be interfering in someone's actual destiny.
Well, I think the halberd says it's your time.
Again, that is very subjective, and you may find that in your meeting with Pharasma next, because you will meet with Pharasma, that she may be displeased with you for trying to circumvent someone's destiny by imposing your own will.
Well, it depends. If I hit or miss. If I miss, it's Pharasma's. If I hit, it's Pharasma.
The gods care more about intention than result.
Okay. I could daze him.
Just murder the guy. Come on.
If you're attacking
Kill!
with the
Kill!
intent to kill, it is not something you can talk yourself out of.
Can I actually knock him unconscious with the flame?
You can choose to knock him unconscious instead of kill him, but you have to declare that before
Okay,
you
yeah.
roll.
I am going to knock him unconscious with the blunt end of the halberd.
Blunt end of the helmet. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you declare you're trying to knock unconscious instead of kill, it doesn't impose a penalty, but it changes the result. So if you were to strike him down, it would not kill him. But if someone was to then do 1 point of damage with the intention to kill, it would kill him.
Okay, yeah.
And you can't pull your punches with magic.
That's why I'm going. The lowest one I've got is daze, which is even then that does damage.
And most ranged weapons you can't pull your punch with either.
Unless it's actually got something that states that you can use it for stunning.
Yeah, I
don't think
there are no ranged weapons you can throw for stun effect.
So not even a what was it the blackjack things?
Blackjack in your hand, yes, thrown no.
Okay.
Because it's a melee weapon, not a thrown weapon.
Yep. I don't know if that's going to hit or not. That is a 16.
16. 16 is a hit because
Oh, that's right. He's prone.
currently prone, which reduces his armor class.
Yep.
And he doesn't appear to be wearing any armor, not having expect a bunch of murder hobos to invade his area.
They're murder hobos, so. Well, no. They should expect that.
I know, right?
Why would a murder hobo expect another murder hobo to enter their home?
Yeah, that's the
Because
last
they're-
thing you'd expect.
Because they're living with murder hobos.
Yes, but all murder hobos know each other.
They don't know there's a bloody elf, do they?
They probably do.
Okay.
They probably even had, she's probably had dinner with them multiple times. You go, oh no, that was Terry. Oh no, that was Peter. I owe you money. Good.
Oh wait, that was the best
On the plus side, this
shit.
does decent amount of damage.
The worst one is the ones that owe you money. The ones that you owe money to, oh well.
Okay. Doing 7 points of damage, or blood pool, whatever.
Okay, with the 7 points of damage, you strike him and his eyes roll back and he collapses.
Okay, now we're down to two. Is it?
Yeah, 2.
2 that you can see.
And
And there's only 3 of you at the moment.
yeah, well, I'll step forward trying to get within. Actually, no, I have to be directly below you for you to get a bloody bonus, so I have to stand directly below him.
Well, so far they haven't rolled
You-
to hit me yet.
Oh, they got your first spell.
Yeah, but the spell was a spell that you don't need to roll to hit.
So you're going to move directly beneath him?
Well, it's the only way I can get him within
Okay,
range.
give me a reflex saving throw as you move through the wall of white.
I thought that got hired up.
It got hired up, yes, but it didn't get high enough not to completely blank the mist.
Damn you, Parry!
So you're walking through a mirror of white.
Damn you!
Actually, so it was a reflex save.
Yep.
Why am I being damned?
And I will say with disadvantage because you are not an elf.
You had to make it worse.
You are not the one today.
What am I worrying about? I rolled a 9 the last one, so that's an 18. Or a 19, so I have to go for the 18.
You went for the 18? Okay, so you find yourself with 1 foot in the open air, right next to the water wheel that is spinning. You're thinking just a slight little step to the left and you would be plunging right into the rising wheel.
Yeah, but so it's not there, so I might go to. So the jump to the right's the better option.
It seems that Willie was right next to the wheel, but not over the wheel.
No.
God, you
that's,
psychopathic.
that's why I had the option of throwing him under the wheel.
Yep.
But I didn't, because I'm not a psychopath. It's not as though I'm like our leader.
Now I understand why the elf guys really like murdering people.
Okay, so with Andre's turn, it is now Swift's go. You've seen Andre move into the mist and disappear from sight. Well, technically, you can't even see them because there's a white wall between you and them. You see Willie up in the rafters playing dodge with one of the guys, tossing him off. And then a bolt of energy hit Willie, followed by 3 monkey fists. It will give you a society check to see if you recognize the monkey fist spell.
I was about to say, do I recognize any of this?
Unlock the.
Any messages?
Do I have any bonuses?
Well, for you, it is lower than everyone else's, so technically, yes, you have a bonus.
19?
19. Okay, yes, you do recognize the monkey fist spell. It is the specialized version of the magic missile spell by one of your classmates in the Thieves Guild. He owes you money.
He owes me money.
He puts up with me. I like it. He puts up with me, but yeah, he doesn't enjoy it. Not like when you scratch him under the chin.
I'll yell out, "Hey, monkey boy, monkey man."
Where's me money? We're here to collect.
Yeah, I'm here to collect. Yeah. Stop attacking my friends.
Lunch money.
With my lunch money. Yeah.
He yells out in return, what's the sign?
Yours!
Meaning you realise that you've walked into a guild building without providing your sign.
Oh, what? This is a Thieves Guild building. Alright.
Presumably
Let's just
show him
piss off
access
as
to
many
out of
guilds
this,
as
so I
possible.
do so.
Why not?
Well, plus, we haven't actually killed anybody.
No.
No, you've knocked a couple people unconscious.
And you've been acting as a pincushion for monkey paws.
And by the way, Mr. Pincushion also has vines wrapped around him. The person you hit with your halberd.
He's got vines around him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, pity your bungee didn't work very well.
Oh no, it doesn't leave a line anywhere. It just hits the person and wraps them.
Oh, okay.
It's not like the one where you hit the person and then yank. It's just you shoot vines at them, wraps around them, and either stops them in place or slows their movement.
Yeah, I've got something like that, but it actually does nasty things.
Okay, well that's a cantrip, so
Yeah.
it's not too bad. Okay, so yes, do you want to do anything else with your action?
Impending.
Yeah.
Ending, dude.
Yeah, it takes 3 rounds.
Presuming that because we're thieves, we have rather than like a physical hand sign, it's more like a whistle or a sort of tune.
Well, you have vocal, visual, and other ways of showing it, because depending on which job you're on, you've got to have some version of stealth.
I do the stealthy or do the vocal one because I'm currently obscured.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so people hear what sounds like a sort of ravenish call come out of the mist, almost like the bird dying.
Caw! Caw! Bang!
Yes.
It's not like that.
First one will become flat-footed.
It is a group who follow the
and they get hit
God of
with
Assassins
6 damage.
and Death, so sounding like something's dying does suit them.
And if I have free action or the action left, I'll tell my party to stand down as well.
What exactly do you say? Because this is going to matter. Stand down! Stand down!
Cease and desist.
Stop attacking these guys can actually help us.
Fall over.
Full of
Now stand down while you're up on rafters. Does also sound a little low.
Yes.
I'm up here. I'm not getting down for anything.
Stand down.
So I'm going to assume I hear the orders of our glorious leader.
You do.
Alright.
Is it glorious leader or glorious murderer?
Yes.
Death spot.
Okay, so now we go through the others. Parry. What does Parry do?
Other than play with his glowing ball.
Not a trick question, but catching up again with Josh. What does Parry do?
Parry still holds the snare on this one.
What, the one that's now unconscious?
Was the one that I had snared knocked down and now unconscious?
That is correct. That is the one.
Well, then I'm doing nothing because I was told not to do anything by the rogue.
And is it the one that requires you to sustain it?
The snare?
Does the vine? I don't know if the vine spell actually requires you to
No,
sustain
sorry,
it.
it does not. It does not.
Okay, so yes, and then it goes to Willie as Parry is looking quite happy with himself.
I'm going to step up to the guy who threw those monkey fist things at me. So I move up to him, still in Tiger style, and I basically say to him, you move, and you're going into the wheel.
The wheel turns.
Okay, I'm going to give you a
Intimidation?
intimidation
You know,
check.
I've got no skill in these at all.
Well, hey, you do the act, you get to see just how intimidating you are. If you knew, I will throw you into the wall.
Feel me!
Should be a gnome doing that.
It's 12 on the die, so 20.
20.
It's
Well,
not
not too bad. But could be better. You might want to take that high pitch out of the voice, but
Yeah. that's you know, actually, I you know when you're a young kid and your voice breaks? That's what happens. You know, I'm looking really intense and like, I'm in, and I, he's like, what?
But he does look a little shaken, which means he's slightly moving with the shaking. Okay. They put their hands up and saying, we thought you were here to murder us all.
We were.
But we just saw someone murder one of the neighbors.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
We assumed that you were here to murder us too.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Why would I want to piss off the Hell Knights?
I'll
Why indeed? They have no idea.
I drop out of Tiger style.
Yes, so, yeah, basically whoever murdered the carpenter is going to be getting the wrath of the Hell Knights.
Really?
He's the major ship repairer.
Shit.
Yeah, so, guess what? You might be helping to trying to work out who murdered the head carpenter of the ships.
Yes, he's been in that role for 3 years now.
Lucky I have no idea who happened to kill that guy. Right?
They actually had a dart in the back.
Yeah, I know. What kind of crazy person uses darts? That makes no sense.
Well, they're investigating, so they're going to track down the killer soon.
Yeah, that's not good.
Well, luckily, we've heard that Ruby Rose has come into Magnamar for some strange reason, and is quite pissed off right now, so she's likely to find the culprit rather quickly.
Who's Ruby Rose?
Oh, great.
Oh,
Ruby One Kenobi.
She has a reputation for being heavy-handed when it comes to people annoying her because her ship was being repaired next.
Yeah, my character's still got the black eye and Like, yeah, I know.
So
I know.
So you're basically the stress doll.
Well, only when I make mistakes that shouldn't have been made.
Well, there's some ways this is going to be your mistake as well.
It's a learning experience
I
each
had nothing to
time.
do with it. I don't know. I have no idea how this person died with a dart in the back. Did you say?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know anything about that.
In the neck, I should say.
In the neck. Well, there you go. I didn't even know that it was in the neck.
No.
I bet you it wasn't even poisoned, was it?
I didn't test that part because I
Good,
actually went,
good.
yep, that's what caused the death.
Good.
You can then work out the means, but it was definitely a well attacked, so it could have been a hit.
An assassination. Oh well, that's fine. It has nothing to do with me, and I don't know anything about it. So, I'm fine. I'm fine.
While the elf in the background is going shit, 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 shit.
Why would the spy be sweating? Isn't that the whole idea of being a spy is that you can get away with that stuff?
Yeah, but if you're a spy, you normally take items that can be
Incriminating evidence is removed.
items that can be tracked to you.
So yeah, I'll go over, introduce myself. I'm Willie.
How badly?
Oh, so you're that famous Loblo we've been hearing about.
Yeah. Low.
No, I'm.
Or was that Junk Punch?
Yeah, I'm Junk Punch. Loblo wouldn't let me have that name.
Oh, I'm sure you'll earn it soon enough, they say. From what we hear from some of our guild members.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a.
Though, as it's sounding like it might be your wife gets that title first.
Well, right side, at least it's not gonad grabber.
No, but no, I've got a few things I've got to do before I can take the title. Unfortunately.
You're going to try to take the title from your wife?
No, from Loblo.
The head monk of Riddleport who took that title as his name.
I didn't realise there was already somebody who had that title, and I was using the name, and
He
didn't like
educated.
it. Yeah, he didn't like it.
So you got hit with the low blow.
Yeah, pretty much. I did not like it. But that's okay. He's we've got an agreement, and I just need to meet the requirements.
Yep. So how
That's
bad
funny
you
because
damaged
the
yourself?
website has you as Loblo.
Hey,
I believe it was Junk Punch was what you wanted.
Was
and
it?
Loblo was the one you ended up with.
Okay, we'll go the other way then.
Yeah, you wanted Junk Punch. You are known as Loblo.
Okay. Actually, yeah, now that you say it, you're quite right. My little spiel had me as low blow, didn't it? Yep. Okay.
It did.
So how badly is our bondage guy?
Your bondage guy has been reduced to 0.
Okay. Oh,
Because that's how you knock someone out.
okay. Well, you need to fix him up then.
No, you can just do a heal instead of a spell.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was just going to do a standard heal.
So 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a heal roll. Assuming it's standard heal and not an increased heal because you don't have expertise.
Some of those numbers are a little bit difficult.
No. I thought it was a 1, but no, it's not. It's a 7. Spells. Okay, so it's add the 11. So that's an 18.
That's an 18. Okay, yes, you do manage to stabilize him, bring him back to awareness. He has the sort of look of stars dancing in front of his eyes.
Yeah, next time, don't play with vines.
He sort of gives you a sort of squinty-eyed look.
Or you got the remains of dead vines or whatever.
And by this stage, Willie's strength sucking has disappeared.
So all I've got now is the 10 hit points damage.
And they say, so, my friend, he doesn't use your name because he never uses names. So, what are you doing coming to our place of business? Considering you haven't really been in the take for a while.
Does that mean the 7 brothers are part of the guild?
Boss!
Yeah, sorry. I just had to put me back to sleep. is a bit uncomfortable.
She would fit because they are murdering, blood-sucking bastards. So yeah.
Well, we're trying to get into
Doppelgangers.
the place that's connected to this, and I didn't realize this was a new base of operations for the guild.
Oh, it's just one of our bases of operations. It's not the base. It's not HQ or anything. Though
I know that, but surely I must be so far out of the loop because I didn't even know this place was one out of any.
That's because we probably don't go visit this section.
they say not all places are advertised to all members. Only those who need to know about this place.
Need to know.
Apparently now I know.
Now you know, so you need to know.
Take that as you will.
And when's the last time you checked in on the guild leader?
Yeah.
Because reports were saying that you were dead.
Yeah.
Well, you hadn't been seen for more than 12 months.
Mostly dead. Not
Mostly, trapped in a magical dungeon. Hooray!
Well, they couldn't send you any magical messages, and nothing could tell them where you were. So we just assumed, well, you picked a fight with something that didn't agree with you.
Well, if
I didn't pick a fight with something that didn't agree with me. I got stuck with something that didn't agree with me. But,
Same, he says.
you could have just asked
Yeah.
the church if she was still alive.
I'm sorry, but our God didn't give us that information. And we never really go to Varisma's church because she's a little picky.
Mm. Hey, I'll waive your debt if you tell me about these brothers 7 guys that are supposedly in the middle behind us.
Well, you know how the boss has connections?
I'm trying out a new.
No, does he have connections to these guys?
Boss works for them.
Has it?
Oh, great.
So, would your boss like to get a rise?
And what's that thing? Passively.
Well,
aggressive?
they don't live here. This is just one of their holdings.
Yeah, but I'm saying if the 7 goes missing, there's going to be a vacuum to fill.
7 haven't been missing for a long time.
No, I mean if the 7 do go missing.
Yes, unlikely because we wouldn't know who the 7 are.
That's just too much.
Oh, bloody fine. Yeah, buddy.
They are rumored to be undead.
They're getting better.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think they're undead. I think there's something different.
I
But
thought they were doppelgangers.
As,
Like, undead doppelgangers would make even interesting.
well, as far as he knows, they have been around longer than Magnamar has been here.
That's at least, what was it, 300, is it?
About that. They were here at the organization was here at its founding. They started the Thieves Guild.
Yeah. Harry, you know something about these doppelgangers. How long do they live for?
Oh yes. Yes, because my cheese
Can Harry
so
make
that it
a,
fits on my.
I'm assuming a medicine or a nature roll? about
Well,
this thing?
From what you've read, usually until you kill them.
Oh, yeah. Okay, great.
Beyond that, their lifespan is not easy to know because you don't know exactly what type of shapeshifter they were.
I take this home. I showed my wife. She thought I was awesome.
Okay.
Can I make an undead law and say if the doppelgangers can become undead?
Anything can become undead. The worst of the dragons.
I thought the worst would be gods.
No, a undead god is not much different than a living god. Just that they normally shift what powers they have.
On the plus side, we're not going to be running into any undead dragons. Now.
There are a possibility of some in the region.
Oh, great. Knowing our luck, we'll probably just end up waking one up and then just go going crazy and destroy a couple of cities.
Many dragons have been rampaged through the area.
Oh no, we just throw the orc at it. He seems to have a way with dragons.
I know about it. I suspect we're going to wash it and throw it out.
Ariadna, did you want to be recorded talking about stuff in the kitchen?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I took my sleepy tablets a little bit earlier, and they have made me.
I thought I would ask before you talked too long with it all recording every single
They
word.
have unfiltered my brain.
Good point.
So if anyone wants a solid, good, honest opinion, now is your time to ask. But you cannot be guaranteed what answer you will get.
We had lots of rants before we started the game today, so we started late.
Yeah.
Sorry.
As much as you were worked up about what I was talking about, I was even more worked up
About what we were talking about?
before you left.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
What were we worked up about?
I'll talk to you about it later.
Oh, okay. Is that?
Don't worry. I don't think that. Well, at least I couldn't hear much of what was being said in the kitchen. So.
Don't
Not
worry,
sure
just
what
play back the recording and you'll get every word.
Look,
Okay.
how about until Martin gives me the signal, I'll put my earphones in. Here's my "you keep your mouth shut" voice signal, and when he tells me to take them off, I'll know it's
Okay.
the people left in the room will love me no matter what I say.
So yes, they were asking about the had you made it to the boss, and you were asking about the people upstairs, and he was saying that the boss works for the same organization the above people do.
Yeah, I might might need to go check in.
Yeah, so in
the
theory it means
boss
that
now.
you're working for them as well.
Well,
yeah.
technically she signed up with them as part of the Thieves Guild.
Yeah. Don't you just hate pyramid schemes?
And that's why no one ever knows the full truth, because no one can betray if no one actually knows the truth. Which is part of the motto of the guild: keep it secret, keep it safe.
So what do we do now, glorious leader?
And it wouldn't be the first time that guild members have killed each other by mistake.
Yes.
Oh, it nearly happened.
Yes, very true. It's easily done.
And sometimes it is given as a favourable thing to the survivor.
Yeah, well, he's going to be useful intel anyway, so you know that's
Yeah, I've forgotten
More
what
than
we're actually
helpful
supposed
usually.
to be.
They were trying to find out more information.
Yeah. And do we really need to kill off the 7? We basically
Yeah.
need to find out what their goals are. What are their goals?
Furthering the desires of the boss. He wanted us here to keep an eye on the place, so we're keeping an eye on the place and dealing with riffraff. Just looked in Willie's direction.
Doing a good job. You're dealing with a riffraff.
You need to have a character called Riffraff. I am so Riffraff.
He does mention that upstairs is Ironbriars from the guild. You do know the name. He was one of your teachers.
Ooh. Maybe he can teach you how to high jump.
He was not a particularly nice teacher.
But effective.
Every mistake cost you blood.
But effective.
Mm-hmm.
Well, make sure she was stealthy. If he could hear it, he would stab her. And he was using his elf ears to hear everything.
Yeah, I presume he's also another whisper elf, which is probably why he was my teacher.
You're not quite sure what sort of elf he is. He's just very scary.
Maybe I presumed he was another whisper elf because my hearing is good. His was better, so you know.
Actually, no, I don't think you want to run into him because he probably heard you fall.
Probably.
He's also a cleric high up in the Church of Nuremberg as well, as being a fairly decent rogue.
He's probably got one of those spells that slice and dice you and cause immense pain that you can't do anything.
No, his favourite thing was to freeze people in place before removing them.
What, piece by piece?
Well, they were fully aware of what was going on, but I couldn't do a thing.
Yeah.
The whole person sucks.
I got something. I don't really have a whole person other than the impending doom.
Plus, he was good at making people do things to their own detriment.
Yeah, I've kind of been prolonging my so-called death. Though I might not be able to prolong it much longer.
You're not saying that in real life. Remember, you've got a cleric that's saying that you're prolonging your life.
Well, she's an elf. She generally has a huge lifespan to begin with.
Hmm.
No, I meant more the fact that the guild thought I was dead and I'd been playing that to my advantage by
okay, so
guild members.
So it's a political thing, not a spiritual thing. Fair enough.
Well, also has had to pay your guild fees for that entire time.
You have to pay guild. Oh, that's right. I pay a tithe.
You volunteer it. They haven't volunteered.
So, okay. So, how much is your guild fee?
Wow. Who knows anymore?
Well, you should be able to work it out. Your friends probably be able to tell you how much you owe them. Owe your boss.
Yeah, well, that's why I was trying to prolong my death, because usually that is waived when you're dead.
And when you come back to life, they are the ones who help expedite the process.
What, killing you or the...
getting back their things.
Is it... are they also patron of banks?
They are not related to banks at all. It's the politician side of them.
Okay, so you're glad because they probably don't put compounding interest on it.
They are thieves. There is always interest.
Yeah, but I'm not saying it's not compounding, it's interest.
It's a thief. Consider the worst sort of interest they could put on it. That's what they've done.
What do they call it? It's like loan sharking. It's what do they call it? Interest? They call it something else, and I can't think of it.
Handling fees.
No, it's
They put it on there that basically you can never pay it off.
there's a term for it. I just can't think of it.
Okay, so
Yeah, no, I know the one you're talking about. I can't think of what it's called right now either. But
and they ask if you want to have a word with Ironbriar. I'm sure he'd be more than happy to discuss your survival.
I'm sure he would.
Well, I think it might be a good idea because you probably don't want him fronting up at a later stage.
Better that you go see him than he come see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you said, he's probably heard us talking down here. So
you can find him up on the up on the 3rd floor, just below the rookery.
Mm-hmm.
So who's the one who's got the money?
So I told the party that I'm probably gonna have to stealth up there, because
From the
otherwise I'm gonna get
from the
stabbed again. Ooh, that was close.
noble's place. Just remember, oh no, the gnome's got it because he ransacked the building.
Ah.
He's the one who picked up the platinum pieces.
Oh yes, that's right. That's right. We didn't do anything with those platinum, did we?
I don't think the gnome told us about the platinum.
I thought he did.
No, I don't think he told us anything.
The only thing he showed us was all the paperwork in there.
I think I probably read through some of it, so I know some of it, but I probably didn't get time to do all of it.
Well, you would have had a good look at the ledgers, but not the money.
Yeah.
Because we were going through the ledgers because we were following the money, and then the money was coming.
And as you didn't come here until the night, you had a full day's worth to examine the ledgers.
Yeah, because all we had was the money was coming to here for some reason. We didn't know what was going on.
And considering it is the part of the Thieves Guild, it makes sense that money was coming here.
Mm.
So does that mean the Thieves Guild will want that ledger?
What ledger?
They only know about it if we tell them.
Yeah, I know.
Don't talk about.
No, the thing is, you're going to be speaking to them. I'm just going to be there to take away the dead bodies.
Oh, I better go see my mentor before I get in even more trouble. I asked Lily, if he wants to keep chatting, or ask the rest of the party if they want to keep chatting down here, because I don't think they can stealth up to the top floor.
Well, they're the only way in is up through the front doors, up the side stairwell. There is no entrance up through the rafters here, they say.
Well, why don't you introduce us to your old master?
And I think it would be insulting if we tried to stealth.
Yeah, we'll do it out in the open. I mean, we're very friendly people.
Riverheim shudders and goes, no, it won't be insulting to stealth. He expects you to try and surprise him.
Really?
Yeah, and I show him like a few scars on my legs and my arms. And like, these are the times that I didn't manage to achieve perfect silence.
Okay.
Alright. Let's give it a go.
Okay. What about being quiet but not being stealthy type thing?
How does Swift suggest that would turn out?
Pretty poorly. You'll probably get stabbed. If you don't mind getting stabbed, if I'm sure, go right ahead.
And if you're feeling particularly vindictive, he can make you stab yourself.
I'm skilled in stealth, but I'm not.
Character, Calcrix doesn't mind being stabbed. She has a dark side to her nobody knows about just yet.
So, are we going to go and say hi to your old master, or what?
I'm just worried that I might actually end up outperforming the elf for some strange reason.
Because the elf is having performance anxiety right now.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I just got a bad feeling all of us are going to outshine the elf. I think the elf's going to roll like a natural one or something like that.
Well, no, the elf has confidence. She just doesn't have confidence in the rest of you.
So you got the talent confidence where you get the minimum roll, which was at 10.
Not that confident.
Yeah, I'm not that confident.
That sounds like an investment in feats that the elf didn't have left to spare.
Yeah, because they couldn't get a high jump.
And what was that one called?
Confidence.
Confidence. I
You
don't
can-
remember seeing anything like that.
It's like a third.
I believe it's a general skill, not a specific skill.
Yeah, you basically choose what skill you're really, really good at, and the minimum roll you can do. You choose it, don't you? You don't. It's not.
I believe you choose that and you don't roll.
Yeah.
You just get a 10.
Okay.
You just get a
Yeah,
10
like
all the
I took
And the funny thing
general.
with that one is you don't add anything to the roll, it is just 10.
I thought you also had your skill.
No, it is just it bypasses everything and just gives you what the number is.
Oh, okay.
Because confidence was sounding great until I read the fine print.
Okay, because
Suddenly
I
sounds a lot worse than.
Because you can upgrade it at different points as well.
Because I thought it's basically treats you as you rolled a 10 and then you add your skill proficiency to it. Okay, so
Unless
that's
they changed it. So, who's going up with the...
I'll go up with the elf.
yeah, same here. Well, just in case somebody dies.
What would confidence be under charisma? Oh, it's just a general feats, right?
Yeah, it's a
So-
general feat. You just end up choosing a skill, and you can choose it
Is that
multiple times.
in the original or the player's call?
Okay.
I'm having a look in players' call.
Assurance, I think, is the one you're thinking about.
Oh,
Assurance with a fixed roll and a check.
yeah, that's the one.
Assurance?
Okay, so it is result plus your proficiency bonus, but nothing else. So you get to add your proficiency bonus,
Yep.
not your attribute.
No.
Oh, the proficiency bonus. not
Yes,
the
your
total.
proficiency bonus, not your attribute.
That's even worse than I thought it was.
Oh wow, yeah, that's pretty rubbish considering.
So at this case, you would be adding 12 to 14 to a roll as your roll, depending on if you're skilled or expert.
Mm.
I knew it was limited. I just forgot to add the proficiency as well.
That's terrible.
In some cases, if all you need is, say, the 15 on medicine, you can literally just do assurance with mastery, and I get 16. It succeeds, no roll. Never a chance of rolling a 1.
It's useful only if you want to like do things that you haven't built your character to do.
Or if you want to do things that are within the DC of what you can do. If it says a DC of 12 and you can get the 12 with assurance, you just do, I'm doing assurance, and I automatically succeed at that task.
Yeah, but like how often do we know what the actual DC for something is? Pretty rare.
Generally, if you're going to do assurance, you will learn very quickly if you can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, untrained improvisations is a lot better.
Yes, there are better ones and worse ones. Okay, so yes, you take them round to the front door with the 3 of your fellow thieves helping to escort, because hey, with the ruckus you guys have been causing, they're sure this place will be safe for a while. Plus the fact that you murdered someone nearby, so they believe you have honoured their god.
Is there anything else still going on over at the murder site?
Yes, there's some wailing and some kids crying.
Yeah, it should be about
Fine, it's fine.
Should be about 5 of them, I believe. So, who's the patron for orphans?
Definitely not Swift
No.
or Parry.
I think definitely Swift, because she tends to create them a lot.
Or she creates them, but she doesn't look after them.
Well, that's true. She does not look after
If she looked after them, even if she created them, she'd be a patron.
True.
Yeah. So we got Swift, creator of orphans.
Okay, so taking up a few flights of stairs into the building, you find yourself before a rather colourful looking elf. Unlike Swift, he does have full colour.
He looks like an inquisitor from 40k.
Yeah.
Oh, he really does.
And he does look very bulked out, even though he is an elf.
What's up, buddy?
And you remember his blade quite well, because whatever he cuts always leaves a scar no matter what you do.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Which is why I was pointing to various scars.
And amongst the guild, they refer to his short sword as Scarmaker.
And your darts are called Orphan Bringer.
Okay, so he does raise his eyebrows with that look of, yeah, I should have been expecting you sort of look. He sort of looks to the window and says, your work, I suppose.
Yeah.
Messy as always.
Well, you know, being dead for a year kind of does that to someone, right?
And how are you reporting your miraculous rebirth?
It wasn't her time.
Great score.
Does the cleric or Farazma actually answers that?
He sort of just looks in your direction and goes, Farazma doesn't get her timing right ever. Otherwise we wouldn't be needed. And I've taken a mini contract from the clerics of Pharasma because they stuffed up.
Someone needs to have their hobbies.
Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it as the cleric. Cleric as
Well, I have been.
Pharasma
I was
said.
following you around in the dungeon, so yeah, it wasn't your time.
I know, but I'm not giving anything away willingly. This is like literally what I'm trying to do, right?
Well, the fact that he probably already knows your secrets anyway, so
Yeah, probably. He probably taught me most of my secrets, to be honest.
is that what? He's the master of secrets.
No, my true master got murdered violently. He was probably the person who took me under the wing after that.
And you do know that Briar, who takes the first name of Justice, as he is he sees himself as the sword of justice for Norgenberg.
He's basically like the high priest of the guild, right?
He's one of the high priests of the guild.
Yeah.
Not the high priest, because they always have people who are far more zealot than everyone else. And his version of following the dictates of the religion are as long as it serves him. As he is more of a thief at heart than he is a cleric. But you do know that he grew up in Chaliax. So, considering he doesn't follow as Mordigan, or the Asmodeus, as well as which most people from Chaliax would follow. It is probably part of his strength that he has managed to serve the god of murder instead of the god of devils.
Yeah. And probably still trying to wean that story out of him.
You know a little bit of it, but that's partly why he's so happy to leave spells on people.
So those followers are classed as unholy?
What, the followers of...
Asmos or whatever it is.
No, they followed the devils, not the undead.
Okay. Cool. So mine's actually undead, not unholy. Oh, okay, cool.
Just because someone is evil doesn't make them unholy.
No, I thought devils and evils and that.
Fiends aren't necessarily unholy.
Cool.
Considering they would serve a god. And they do serve neutral gods.
Cool. Yep.
Okay, so yes, he does ask you to account for your time away.
Getting stuck in a dungeon that's basically what's the
It was in limbo.
the what's the puzzle or illusion where like stairs go up but it's down? There is a name for it. I'm trying to
Escher maze.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it's an Escher maze
Getting
above
stuck in a Tesha maze for a year does stuff to people. Does stuff to your psyche. That's not fun.
And how long have you been free, he says?
Not very long. This is what? Day 3 or so back in Magnum?
Yeah, we fronted up. Then
After the month or so in Sandpoint.
Well, you didn't even know that, right?
Well, you had the drilling of your other facilities.
Okay, so he starts making some notes. Says, oh, and when are you going to rejoin HQ?
Oh, you know.
Can I make a religion roll on what they do to followers who decide not to come back to the fold?
Oh, they just fulfill the God's dictate and murder the suckers.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I assumed.
Obviously, they have called out to their God to be reunited with the God's ways.
Pity I don't have the one who's saying, "Yeah, I see death on you."
Technically, you would have a sense of death around these guys much as you would around Swift. Not necessarily undead, but in the sense that death follows them.
Yeah, I do see dead things.
I see dead people.
Okay. And he does say, what secret have you learned to earn the to lessen the ear of the guild?
I probably won't be able to hear what she's going to say because I've got a good idea of what it's going to be, and I'm going, yeah, I didn't hear that. I don't know what you're on about there.
So what secret do you give him to lessen the offence of disappearing and not showing up as soon as you came back?
Oh, well, they broke into the magistrate's house and know all the current court cases that are going on.
Are you going to bring what you have stolen from him?
Of course.
Which you still got on yourself anyway.
Not necessarily.
No, I've probably stashed those. I don't just carry around my secrets.
No. He says bring them
Okay.
tomorrow, and he will talk to those higher about a reprieve.
Where is the new HQ?
It should be where it last was. We
Oh,
really
you
need to
haven't
move
moved.
that one.
Great.
Well, that's the one that every thief gets to learn about.
Hmm.
This is one of the few only those of enlightenment have a chance to visit. We usually eliminate those who aren't meant to be here, he says, having a glance around the room.
Well, I
Him
thank
smile.
you for your...
But of course, we'd leave that to members who introduced people, unfortunately, to their doom.
Hmm.
Oh, great. More bloody paperwork.
You do know that he's suggesting that your name will be one of those on the paperwork, right?
And?
So you won't have to do the paperwork.
Oh, yes, I will.
In this life or the next. He's signed on for service.
Yeah, the thing is, I know that if I die, I'm going to be doing other things as well.
More paperwork
When you
after
get,
death.
when you get to the other side.
Yeah, I'll be doing other things. Or either that's what happens when I've got the slight side effect of having the Duskwalker ability to see dead, because I can't become undead.
So your heritage is Duskwalker.
Was it? Where is it? How do you build? Ancestry, human class. Where is it? Yeah, heritage, Duskwalker. Yeah, and I just can't become undead, but I'll be serving her whatever she wants me to do.
Mm-hmm.
So she might send me back here, or I might have to go on the other side and look for other things.
Or stand in limbo, making sure everyone stays in lane.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thanks to an ancient bargain, your soul has been reborn as a Dustwalker, planar scion with a connection to Psychophons. You gain the Dustwalker trait. You also gain low light vision. Or you gain dark vision if your ancestry already has it. neither your body nor your spirit can
If
ever
that's the
become
thing that
undead.
gave you low light vision, what else gave you dark vision?
Gravesight.
Gravesight.
You can select
The ancestry
Dustwalker's
feat.
Yeah, you can select Dustwalker feats of your ancestor, and you gain ancestry feat. So basically,
So your character's not from this region. You have a heritage that is not of this region.
yeah. I think what?
So that would be, I guess, what a rare. Background.
It's a very hard background to get, and it means his character is not connected to this region by any form of family or people. Which means you have no heritage. Because your heritage is Duskwater. You are not of Varisia.
Oh, okay.
Which was one of the requirements of the
Yeah.
character. But being rather specific about that.
Yeah, I was talking to you about that. It was uncommon. It was an
It is an uncommon thing, but it's not a person of the region. You have no family here. Everyone else has family.
Well, in the scheme of things, it's not really all that uncommon to not have family in this region. Like I'm from
Jangerhof,
Jangerhof,
which is from the region. When you're at the Corvosa, that's the trading partner of Jangerhof, as in you could spend a couple of days to travel between the two.
Okay.
So there's the southern part, the middle part, and the upper part. Upper part is Riddleport, which also connects into the Elven homelands.
Mm-hmm.
Middle part is the Magnemar where you are now, which also has Sandpoint, and it heads into the center of the thing. And at the very bottom is Corvosa, which connects into Jangerhof and the plateau with the... I can't remember the name of the city, it's just dropped off the top of my head, but where you spend some of the game at first level.
I was gonna say not Corvosa, but it starts with a K. Karmagar?
Karmagar is correct.
That's it. I was going to say that the city where one of our ex-players.
Is that the one that's right up the high end?
It's at the top of the plateau.
Yeah, and if you basically annoy people, they just throw you off it.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. And getting up there is a whole lot of fun.
Getting up there is a risk every time.
Yeah.
Okay, so Iron Briar is happy to let you go with the understanding that he will see you the next day.
I can't wait. And I say that as so nicely as I can muster.
So sincerely, so friendly.
So sincerely, so so yeah, English failing. Anyway.
Okay, next thing you know, you've got a pin sticking out of your left finger, pinky.
Of course I do.
Unpoisoned, so he must have actually liked you. Or maybe it's going to affect you later, hard to tell.
Yeah, that on sometimes a bitch.
Kind of hold my pinky up and kind of look at him. And it's like, it's so nice to be back.
Thwack.
Yeah.
Okay, there are now a little eagle either side of it. This time you know he hit bone.
Yeah, I'm gonna go before this escalates any further.
Well, before you start enjoying it.
Well, she might need to see a professional to get those needles removed.
Luckily, we have a cleric for Rosa right here.
Yeah, but would it be an insult to the god?
If you use magic to heal it, it will fuse in place.
Do you like pills?
Actually, I probably know by now how to get these out of my fingers without hurting, because this is probably not the first time it's happened.
Yeah,
Well, the first one, easy to get out, you can just pull it out. The other two, you need someone with the proper tools, or you're going to pull bone out with it.
Great.
That's a
Which is
nasty
normally
thing.
a expert physician.
Yeah, well, cool. I've got medicine expert.
Which means you know how to do it.
I think I've also got the medicine bag as well.
Because you know just how much
Medicine
these
toolkit.
needles like to stick into bones.
Oh, it's those jagged ones where basically once it goes in, you can't get it out. The only way of really getting it through is continue pushing it through.
You can get it out, it just requires a little bit of work and the right tools.
What are they called? Because they're not
They're barbed.
darts. But I don't think they're listed in...
They're not listed in the main book, but they're basically barbed needles.
Oh, barbed needles. I need to get me some of those.
And you know he makes his own.
You know what, attach a little string to it and things like that.
Okay, so yes, you see Swift walking out, trying not to clutch the finger or bring attention to it again.
Yeah. Yeah, or try and also trying to not make any more snide comments.
Hey, it was only in the finger, it could have been worse.
It could have, it definitely could have been worse.
If someone really offended him, he's put an eye out before.
Bloody hell.
And
Uh,
at least these, well, hopefully they don't deliberately leave scars, but I'm still probably going to have a little...
yeah, I forgot that I've actually got forensic acumen. So I actually would have been able to work out the murder scene.
Yep, you have an idea it was killed by a rogue from stealth from behind, using poison.
Oh, well, so it was poison.
And it was a fear toxin because of the way the eyes were showing the shock of fear coursing through it before it died from the severing of its spine. So yes, happy thoughts as you leave.
Yeah.
Such happy thoughts.
It's okay, I'm sure you'll be able to explain this to the Orc Barbarian how he missed a fight.
Actually, I'm glad he wasn't in this fight.
And then how he missed a murder.
That you probably won't be quite as sad about.
That one there was probably because of down. Nothing else happened after that.
Well, there was plenty of people coming out. He could have just kept going. You know, get his counts down for the day.
Help, help, our pet orc has gone berserk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Again. Okay, so heading out, you have found the major plot twist with the seven brothers, being that they are heading the Thieves Guild of Magnamar. Which you wouldn't have found out if you were not a member of Norgenberg and a member of the Thieves Guild. You needed both to be able to be recognized here.
Aren't I lucky?
Good on you.
And you lucked into it.
Yeah, I did bump into it, literally.
Okay, so I will say we'll finish up there with you guys leaving the mill. Did you want to add anything while you're leaving the mill, such as a snide comment to get hit from behind?
No, I'm gonna actually hold my tongue this time. I would like to get out of here with my fingers, rest of my fingers intact.
Hey, he didn't pin two fingers together for once. You must have done well.
Yes.
At least I've been making myself useful, apparently.
Did Perry have anything he wanted to add?
No, I'm all good.
And Perry happy that it was happening to everyone else this time? Okay, so do you guys want to add anything?
No, it was
So we've just probably pissed off the Thieves Guild.
Depends on how much
your thief provides the guild. I mean, it was good to see a little bit of behind the curtain. You know, a glimpse into the life of our glorious leader and her
Assassin buddies.
Yeah, it was good.
Jeez, I'm just boss.
It was good.
Your glorious leader.
Okay, go with end credits.
Well, it could have definitely been worse.